2025 was a banner year for the comic book industry with so many amazing comics dropping, sales for comics rising, blowing a lot of people's expectations for the year out of the water, which is great. Which is great. And we talked a lot about how amazing 2025 was. But that's in the rearview mirror now, because now it's 2026. And today is time for the first episode of the Comics Pals of the new year.
Mm.
And we have to look forward. We have to look forward and we have to have a real talk conversation about what we need to see from the industry in 2026 for it to thrive the way that it did in 2025. To have that conversation, of course, we've got Marco.
Celsius.
We've
got Tyler.
That was real loud, Marco.
Oh, was it?
No, it's just like I just woke up. I just woke up.
You just woke up, dude. I'm on my. I'm double teed up.
Damn, double teed up. Yo,
wow.
I know you. He's doing an impression of what happens when he sits on the bowl. He's dunking. He's dunking those tea bags in.
Yo, I got my an origin revised for me in the Discord over the weekend.
I was told that was a new character.
Oh, dude, the Dangler. Craziness.
And of course, I'm Sean. Thank you for being here, whether you are live or in the future. Smash that like button if you enjoy what we tend to do around here. Marco, I have to acknowledge the fact that we did a Swamp Thing book club on Tuesday, and you were wearing the same shirt you were wearing.
I have actually of this specific shirt. I have two.
I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that.
You know what, dude? That's the best reply you could have had to my gotcha.
Oh, you got me. I got you.
Yep. Like, you know what, you son of a bitch? You try to call me out. I got two of these.
Can I ask why, Marco?
I just like this one. Actually, I tried it in two different sizes. One in a medium, one in a small. Okay. And this is I think I used a now defunct t-shirt.
That's the big one.
Yeah.
That's the one where you're like Winnie the Pooh in it right now.
Yeah. It's all the way up here.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Don't stand up. That's all.
Chat is already going off. I love it. We are not here to talk about Marco's balls.
No. The balls dropped the other day, and now we're moving past.
And New Year's happened.
Yeah.
And hey, look at that. Snyderman kicking us off with a super chat, which that's a good reminder that super chats are open. Oh my God. And I forgot to set the goal for the GOAT game.
Well, if it hits 8, then it counts.
We've already got 2. Let me just set this up. And there we go. Boom. Okay. So Snyderman 97 with the 5 spot. It's my birthday today. I wanted to celebrate with you guys. You guys are my #1 show by far on YouTube this year. Can't wait to continue this trend. Thank you so much, Snyderman. That is really nice of you to say. Happy birthday. Everybody in the chat, happy birthday to Snyderman. Let's go. I want to see it.
Happy birthday. Well, no. We don't own the rights. We don't own the rights.
My bad.
Matt Fisher with the 1999. Matt Fisher, thank you so much. So I'm a little late to the show. I caught Pals Pulls late. So, Sean, in all seriousness, which did you think was a bigger fail? One World Under Doom or Age of Revelation or Norman Spider? Celsius. P.S. That Swamp Thing show was wild.
Wild and untamed.
Was it? Did we do?
No, I thought it was fine. I thought we were doing pretty good there. Yeah.
Oh, we were chill, yeah.
I thought we kept our scruples.
Yeah. The Pals Pulls was wild.
Yeah.
Pals Pulls was fucking crazy. We were drinking. Pals Pulls was insane.
It was like an extra hour long.
That was something.
I gotta say, Emoji Matt, you gotta just say Pals Pulls. You can't say I caught PP late.
No,
I mean, unless you did, but
he did. He said he did. He missed it. He had to catch up on the VOD.
Caught some late PP.
All right. Hey, Dirk Manning in the chat. Happy New Year, Dirk. Good to see you. Good to see everybody who was live with us today. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Let's dive into the topic that you guys are here for. I mean, really, you're here because we're here, but let's get into the topic. 2025 was awesome, and so many things I think went right, but not everything went right. There were some things that I think we can all agree should have happened that didn't happen. But where I want to start is the things that went right that need to continue to go right. So what do I mean by that? I believe that the primary reason 2025 was a great year for comics is the quality of the comics that the industry was producing. I believe that quality creates cash. And that when you put good out, you get good back. And I think that the industry saw that. DC in particular put out some bangers. They did an excellent job of producing quality comics that people could get excited about. Results speak for themselves.
Yeah, I think that holds true, and it holds true kind of in the opposite way. Well, I guess Marvel's a little different in terms of volume, but the quality of the book builds fervor, builds excitement, and I think that's how you translate the success of an absolute beyond even the purview of everything that was happening for All In. That itself is a has been a follow through on the mission of build uniformity and quality. Uniformity in the sense of where we have this plan on how to move forward with our publishing lines, be it the main line or the absolute. Otherwise, you put at risk the sales that you have, and they haven't been. They've been going through the roof.
Yeah, I think you're right to a core sense. Both of you saying like quality creates cash, but I think quality is a little subjective. I think my brain thinks about what leads to good quality, and one of the things that I see because it was 2025 was a DC year. I think that's a fair thing to say.
Yeah.
Um, it is probably the most DC books that have been on my top 5 list. I think there was one Marvel book, which is nuts for me specifically.
Yeah,
So
Moon Knight.
DC really took a year to really shift everything in their world. And one of the things that really jumped out to me was the focus on creators and letting creators tell their stories. Even Snyder kind of talked about that with the absolute stuff, like where he really was focusing on creator driven stories first. And I think that led to quality, which led to cash. So I think that's definitely something that looking back in 2025, it's like, okay, let's try to replicate that elsewhere.
Uh, that's a great point because where they're aiming to replicate it, and this will probably be a success, is Vertigo. The resurrecting that and making it creative first. I think DC understands that that's a way to not appease the creators because I feel like that's what imprints used to be, stuff like Icon to maintain talent, but rather give them creative control within the realm that they care about. For them, DC, it's the DC universe. That's absolute. That's mainline, and then that's now Vertigo. You're on, yeah, mute, John.
Thanks. Sorry. I see that I neglected to actually answer Matt Fisher's question, so sorry, Matt. Um, Bigger fail, One World Under Doom, Age of Revelation, or Norman Spider? I don't think this question is about quality. I think this question is about impact or lack thereof. And so the answer has to be One World Under Doom. That event was a wet fart. And I mean, it's the Doom event. He's the main villain of Avengers Doomsday. Surely they want that nice hardcover on the stands. And unfortunately, the book that people are going to be buying is going to suck. And so that is my answer.
I think more
Age
than
of
the Revelation.
Revelation. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, finish.
Age of Revelation. I didn't read the whole thing, but it was forgettable. And Norman Spider's been fine. Like I don't like the concept, but the execution's been good.
Did you see the Age of Revelation? To read that in collected format, you need to buy 3 different books.
Oh, I mean, it's 60 comics. Of course you do.
No, but like if you want to read all of Amazing X-Men, you have to buy all 3 books because they're not collected in the same books.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
collected in order of release or
Yeah.
read order or whatever. Yeah,
what?
that's reasonable. I don't think
No,
that's
I think
unreasonable.
that's horrible, honestly.
Why? How many issues of Amazing X-Men were there?
3.
So what are you supposed to do?
Keep them in a book with other things, so they're all like all of Amazing X-Men's here, all of
Oh,
Unbreakables in another book. You know.
Nah, because if that's not how it was printed, it might not make sense.
No, it
like
makes perfect
narratively.
sense because they're all the miniseries are narratively make sense within themselves.
I don't know. It's pretty typical, I think. I don't know. Matt Fisher with the 9.99. What did the clock say to the Twinkie? Ding dong.
What a Twinkie isn't a ding dong.
But ding dongs are a sweet. What was that? What was that like Swiss roll, but
It's a ding
covered in
dong.
chocolate? No,
Yeah,
no, no, but covered in chocolate.
a roll, something a Rolo or something. I don't know.
Yodel.
Gesundheit.
Thank you, Matt. Matt again with 4.99. Marco, All In did not follow through. It was a terrible AEW show. Wait, wrong show. Yeah, take that shit to fucking TNT on Tuesdays, man. But I will say I do agree with you.
That was
Well, I don't know about terrible. That's harsh.
Matt for me.
Um
You had the eye on the ball on that one, dude. That went right over my head.
Just Unseen with the 4.99. I wanted to let the pals know I checked out Escape due to the last pals polls and I love it so far. Thanks for covering this book on the show. You're welcome. That's awesome to
Nice.
hear.
Good
Hell
stuff.
yeah.
Good to see you, Just Unseen. And then Evengi Solkolov Art says, "Hey guys, I'm new here. Hope everyone is well. I hope you are well, my friend. Thank you for joining us.
Welcome.
Welcome." Yeah, Marco, you made a great point about Vertigo. It's worth pointing out that DC's decision to bring back Vertigo isn't just about producing comics that feel indie. They actually sought out creative teams that have had success and individuals who like working together and said, "Hey, do you want to do something here for us?" And I really can't think of a smarter way to go about this. Like Dennis Camp is working with Stephen Morian, I believe his name is,
Yeah,
and they worked on
the 20th Century Man, right?
yeah.
Oh, right.
So that's great. Like get them back together. That's exactly what they did. I love that.
And I think DC saw success even before the All In stuff with their creator and stuff with whatchamacallit, Nice House. That was kind of the arbiter of this new version of Vertigo. In so much that even when they announced this, they were like, hey, now Nice House on the lake or by the sea is retroactively Vertigo.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of the patient zero of what this entails because Tinian is a huge creator. And so they got him for that. And now they're kind of doing the same with a lot of different other creators.
Yeah. And I think to the point of bringing in different creatives, that All In special, Wes Craig in a DC proper book, like the variety of art that we're getting, the variety of storytelling that we're getting is it feels like it's indie stuff. It like I don't feel like you can go ahead and say like, oh yeah, this is mainline outside of maybe Dan Moore's art because it's so prevalent.
Kurt Wildshut said, "Does anyone else think it's weird how the 2010s Vertigo has been memory hold? People are acting like this is Vertigo returning after being dead for decades." No, you're totally right. And I think a part of the reason for that is the fact that the 2010s weren't fantastic for DC. And at least in my
Yeah.
eyes, it didn't feel that Vertigo relaunch didn't feel like much. I mean, for my purposes, we got American Carnage out of that.
Yeah.
That's the only book that I thought was interesting, personally, if I recall correctly.
And for me, it's just how, like, when they killed Vertigo, they were pretty clear they were getting rid of it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like the line went dormant and came back. No, they were actively saying this doesn't exist anymore. So I think the fact that they're bringing it back is important because
Yeah.
it shows like we made a mistake.
Well, they tried to replace it by fragmenting it. They thought the further
Yeah.
isolating of things. They had Black Label. They had the was it the Sandman universe split out from where
Mm-hmm.
it has always been, Vertigo, and like tried to make that its own thing. So, yeah, I think reconsolidating it and getting back to the core mission was critical.
And the other thing on the DC side to talk about when it comes to, just producing more quality books is that Next Level looks great.
Yeah,
Next Level so far genuinely is interesting. It's got new characters who haven't had books in a while are getting books. Batwoman, Deathstroke, Lobo, for those of you who are fans, like those three characters. Well, Deathstroke, I mean, he had a book not
yeah,
that long ago, but
Uh,
even still, like, it's been a little while.
yeah.
So I like that.
yeah.
And the creative teams are interesting and exciting and fit the title that they're on. I don't give a damn about Lobo. What Scotty Young does, right?
Yep.
So if he wants to do a book, you get him to do the book that he wants because that is probably going to work. You don't get Greg Rucka and put him on whatever book you think he should be on. You get Greg Rucka and Danny to do Batwoman because that makes sense.
Well, this is also like a real olive branch to creators, and I think having Batwoman by Greg Rucka be one of the first, well, actually the first title to be announced is symbolic, because there was heat between DC and Greg Rucka for a while, and Batwoman never fully finished, even though it was like the book of the time. So having that in a way come back, yes, it's not J.H. Williams, but it's still Rucka being able to finally tell the whole story of what he wanted to do with Kate Kane. So I think that was like a big deal. I think that was probably one of the biggest moments for me at New York Comic Con 2025 was the real emphasis on the creative with this next level thing.
I like that you said the olive branch, and in particular to Rucka. There's an episode of Ink Pulp where they interview Rucka, and he talks about how the people who are at DC are not the people who were at DC,
Yeah.
and that's given him faith. That's allowed him to come back. And I think, to be honest, like that olive branch almost feels like it's to me, to us, the reader,
Yep.
in that it's, hey, we're putting trust in the art, and we're telling you, come to this. Challenges of the Unknown wouldn't have been a book. The Atom Project wouldn't have been a book. Question wouldn't have been a book. But DC is saying, trust us. This is different now, and we're trying to put out good work with talented creators that you're gonna enjoy. And there's bound to be something here for you. The fact that Demon has a book again,
Yeah.
crazy, right? Like, it hasn't happened since what, maybe New 52.
No.
And so
Well, Demon Knights, yeah.
yeah, so like, and even then it was of questionable quality.
Oh no, Demon Knights was fantastic. Don't besmirch that.
Uh, I'm fucking excited for what Common Sense said, which is Firestorm. I love Firestorm. I don't remember the last time he had a book, but dude, I'm hyped. Um, get creators on books that they want to be on, and I mean these people are hired for a reason, you know.
Yeah. And the idea of like, hey, get the creators, get the artist writer, and then say, hey, it's DC Universe, pick what you want. That's how I want my comics to be.
Yep.
I want it
Yep.
to be where like the Dennis Camp's been meaning to tell this, I don't know, Shadow of the Bat story. I'm just putting two names, a name and a property we know is coming together. And it's something that Dennis Camp's always wanted to tell. Then yeah, that's what I want to read. I don't want to read like, oh, they need to put out a book because this character is going to have significance going forward, and someone needs to write it.
Yeah. Yeah, if they're gonna have significance going forward, get the guy who's like, I've always had a story to tell.
Yeah, like I don't want to read a Firestorm book, but if it's a Firestorm book by I don't know, like Jeff Lemire, who's always wanted to tell a Firestorm story, then yes, I do actually want to read a Firestorm book because it's a Jeff Lemire book. I'm not saying that's who's on the team. I'm just giving
Mhm.
examples, guys. But
Mm-hmm.
it'd be hilarious if I was right for both of those.
And we learned that there's a Jonah Hex book coming.
Oh,
Scott Snyder, the king of spoilers. My man just cannot keep it shut. But yeah, Jonah Hex is coming.
I'm
what?
hyped for that. What if
That
it's a
wasn't on
Dennis
the
Camp
news.
Jonah Hex book?
Nah, Scott's got to go handle that.
You think so?
I think so.
He's busy, dude.
Hell, he can do it. He
He's
can do
busy
it.
fixing comic books right now.
I don't know if Scott Snyder comes off the throne for fucking uh
One last
fucking
ride.
Jonah Hex.
One last heist.
You get me for Jonah Hex. You get some random scrub, some scab who's never had anything going on. You get somebody like that for Jonah Hex.
You got a guy whose name sounds like Jonah Hex. You know, like something we've never heard of before.
Skyfish joining the channel as a Comics Pals sidekick. Thank you so much, Skyfish.
It's
I
got
think recently joined the Discord
no sick.
today, earlier this morning.
Skyfish with the Superboy Prime icon too. So I'm already a fan of you.
Nice.
Dan Trudeau says every creator forward book may not succeed, but it will create an environment where you can have real breakouts that wouldn't have happened otherwise. Yeah, I don't think every single book has to financially succeed to be a success. And I also think, what you say about creating an environment, creating a culture, that's great. And DC has the ability to rest on the success of books like Batman in order to keep lesser selling books afloat. That is a tried and true method. But all publishers do this. That's okay. It's okay. Challenges of the Unknown was not a banger from a sales standpoint, but I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it a lot.
I guarantee you, Cheetah in Cheshire isn't moving, boxes of books.
No.
But it's damn good. And it's a small little fun book.
And keeping creators happy matters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is also a DC where Greg Rucka and Mark Waid are back, which is a big deal. Like, if you had asked me that 5 years ago, I didn't think it was possible.
We got over 100 people here. Celebrate yourselves. Like this video. Thank you for hanging out with us. What about Marvel? Because Marvel has a part to play in the success of 2026. We cannot have a successful year without Marvel comics. And so what do they have to do? What did they do right in 2026 or 2025?
I think their X-Men line was real good in 2020.
Oh.
What was good in 2026 for Marvel?
2025.
I think we got the beginnings of something good. I think a lot of those like creator focused quality comics started, a couple of them eked their way in. And I think that's Ewing's Thor, which continued, but morphed into Mortal Thor. And I think Chip Zdarsky's Captain America also was a good arbiter of like, okay, they are putting well-known creators on these books that should have big teams on it. This is essentially Marvel's Trinity. And then with the announcement of Joshua Williamson, that was like, okay, this is a good direction. On the macro side of things, that's a very small bit of Marvel. But I think that's the best thing they've done.
Yeah, I think giving us creators who I think are trusted hands to be able to tell the stories that they need.
Yeah.
But it's been the problem is it's been isolated. It's been in pockets to what you were saying, Tyler, right? And so I think they need to find a way to make that cohesive. I was gonna say don't do the event thing that kind of cuts into other stuff, or the very least integrate it better the way like a KO has kind of been doing. But I mean, Marvel's gonna do that because they need to get the book out, right? So I think the next event they need to treat it with care, with actual direction, with weight, things that have to impact the universe at large. I don't know that this Captain America one might necessarily, unless it ties into like Avengers things, but I think there has to be of the good that they've done that they should continue to do is continue to bring in those creators who are hungry, who are good, so they can put them onto books that they have fun with, so we can feel that fun. We can feel that energy.
I think that Marvel did a lot wrong in
Oh yeah,
2025.
I was looking for the good stuff, Sean.
Well, we'll get there. I think they did a lot wrong in 2025. I think to point to what they did right is very much in the direction of where Tyler was, which is setting the seeds for a better
Sure.
2026. Um, you have things like the signings, the creative signings. Chris Condon is exclusive. That's a big deal.
Yep.
Outside of his
Um,
Vertigo book, right?
well, yeah, which I don't understand how that lines up. I mean, he already was doing the book, and a
Sure.
lot of times that like Tom King was exclusive to
Yeah.
DC while Vision was coming out.
It's probably
Sure.
an exclusive, but here's my contract.
Yeah,
Right.
here's like the last thing you can put out.
Exactly. So Chris Condon being exclusive, Philip Kennedy Johnson being exclusive to Marvel is a huge deal. I think it was Dan Trudeau pointed out that PKJ has worked to some degree with the military. I know he was still in a military band.
Yeah.
Yes.
So he's retired now. Does that lead to his creative output going up? Does that lead to them putting more trust in him? I could see that being a possibility.
Oh.
Josh Williamson even writing for Marvel on any level is a big deal in
Yeah.
2026.
Even if it's just Iron Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, I'm not so sure that we don't see a Chip Zdarsky exclusive acquisition this year.
Mm.
Based on the output of stuff we already know about, I don't know how he's writing anywhere else. Like he'd be just exclusive by circumstance.
Well, let's talk about it. We've got Captain America.
Yep.
He's got I think it's just a one shot, but the Wolverine book.
It's a mini, I believe.
It's a mini. Okay,
Yeah.
so there's that, and then obviously Armageddon, which is Marvel's, as far as we know, their big event of the summer.
Yeah. Starting in June, that tracks.
So that's a lot to put on a guy who's not exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe, you know what? Maybe he's playing his cards close to the chest where he's going to do the work that he can. And any time that he wants to, he can bounce, right? Like he wants that flexibility. Maybe he's mature enough in his career where he probably has that cachet to say, "Look, I'm going to do all this stuff." Right? Like that's fine, but if I need to go out and I need to step away, I need to be able to do that.
I just like the idea of like one of those Marvel summits they always talk about and do, where all the creatives get together and they talk about something. That's just led by Chip Zdarsky. That must be a fucking wild ass summit.
In general, I've always wanted to be a fly on the wall.
Yeah.
And once I found out they did that, I was like, holy shit, I want to see this.
Yeah.
But
Are there any exclusives that you think Marvel can snag that would be big deals?
sure, but will they get them? Like, are
Well,
they
yeah.
realistic?
I
Like
think-
Josh Williamson would be crazy, but that's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, I think in terms of realistic ones, I think actually like nabbing Stephanie Phillips as an exclusive would be big. You know, they got her on Daredevil. That's a big assignment. But she's been a one-woman marketing machine for that book.
Has she done anything significant for DC?
Oh, that's a good question. Not that
She
I
was
know
on
of.
Harley?
No,
Am
not
I
that I know
crazy?
of.
So yeah, unless she has big plans to go, across the street, she's done the majority of her major work at Marvel. Snapping her up is a great choice. So I think she would be a great acquisition. Atomic Hal with 1999. Historically, Renaissance periods in comics last 3 to 5 years. So given 2024 was building and 2025 was better still, I'm very optimistic for 26 to continue the trajectory. Happy New Year, pals and community. It's a wonderful message, and I agree with you, Hound.
Hound has seen all the ebbs and flows.
Hell yeah. I love that. We have at least one man in this community who can always come to us with sage wisdom about how the past will inform the future. I love
Mm.
that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think to maintain the optimism through all that is the other lesson to take from there.
Yeah. MP, good to see you, MP, with the 9.99. My next level predictions. Barbara Gordon. I forgot that was a book. That's
Yeah.
so hype. Batwoman and Barbara Gordon.
It's like Barbara Gordon Breakout, I think.
Yeah, yeah. By Tamaki and Nahulapan. I don't know who that is. Um, Demon by James Herron. Firestorm by Lemire and Delatorre. Legion by Williamson and Walsh. Holy shit. Michael Walsh?
Ooh,
That's crazy.
That'd be
that's a
interesting.
get.
Wow. Shadow of the Bat by Dennis Camp and Rodriguez Javi.
I think Javier
Well,
Rodriguez is
Javier
that's not
Rodriguez.
impossible. Absolute Net
Oh,
Hunter's going to end in 26. So,
interesting. Shadow the Bat, though? That's funky.
yeah. And then Zatanna by Campbell. That's the one that's the most like basic of
Yeah,
your
he's
predictions
done it.
because that's like that could very well happen again. That's a Steve Orlando situation at that point. Um,
I just
entertain me with a what?
I was gonna say, I just want to know what Shadow of the Bat is. It's such a nebulous Batman title that it
Isn't
could
it?
literally
What?
be about any of the members. Really, it was like an anthology, I believe,
Yeah,
originally.
yeah. Entertain me with a 5. We got 53 Wednesdays to see if this year comics will thrive or not. I'm looking at half and half, but I'm sure the Comics Pals will thrive with 1,000 new subs.
Let's go.
Entertain me. You're shooting that bar is low. We need to go more than that.
Well, we did more than 1,000 last year.
Yeah.
I want to have exponential growth.
I want 10K.
Let's get it.
Followers?
So I want 10K subs. That's
Oh,
my goal. That's lofty. I know that, but that's what I want.
me too.
I tend to get what I want.
I'll
So
take a 10K as well, just in cash if you have that.
listen, in cash, well, in comics books, we gonna do that.
Make that.
Yeah, we gonna make that with the help of our friends. Um, let's see. What else
Yeah,
do you guys
We got
think?
a
Fordception with the $5 says I think Marvel snatching Rom B as an exclusive would be crazy. I'm not sure what he would write, but it'd be an insane pull.
I have a strange feeling Rom V is taking a quick little break.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, I think he wrote a lot of comics in the past 3-4 years, and I think he's probably just going to take a breather. He'll be back, but I don't think it would be in an exclusive at Marvel. I love it,
Yeah.
but I don't see that in the cards.
Tyler, can you highlight Matt H in the chat?
Let's see.
Oh my God, this dude. So he is in the near mint condition ecosystem, and every time I'm on stream with him, he creates a new, a new,
Is that
a new
you on Green
profile
Goblin's
picture.
face?
Yes, bro, it's me as Green Goblin. And it comes with a message. Always wanted to be on the fly on the wall or a goblin on a glider. Sins past, Sean. JK, Happy New Year, my friend. Thank you, Matt.
Did you say you liked Sins Past, one of the Near Mint shows?
I did.
Oh
I
boy.
did. Yes, I did. I was
Oh
honest
boy.
about my feelings. Thank you, Matt.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, he's a
You know
good
what,
dude.
Sean? I think the Green Goblin costume looks good on you.
Yo, I would rock that. And I would definitely get the waves for it. If I can still do that, I would get the waves. I will
Dude,
wear the Dewey.
John Romita Jr. drew Norman Osborn disheveled in the last issue of Amazing Spider-Man, and he had like a loose wave just dangling over his
I
forehead.
need to see that. I haven't seen that. That's hilarious.
Just
A
like it
loose
just
wave.
like uncurled and like sproinged right off his forehead.
There's these issues with the 5 spot. Happy New Year, pals. I know my participation trailed off a lot last year. So this year I'm resolving to be more active in the super community. Thank you, Izzy, and I appreciate your message yesterday. You guys are wonderful people. I really have to say that. You're all so wonderful. And we're going to talk about our resolutions a little bit later on. We've got resolutions to share with you. We're going to kick that off, that top 5 resolutions. Fuck me.
Yeah,
For the year.
Revelations on the wheel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a wheel spin.
Why don't we do one of those, by the way?
No, sure.
Let's
Sure.
throw that out there.
Ah, my Shumagorath.
Let's done do one.
Shub, I did love Sins Past, and I'm not gonna lie about it anymore. And I, matter of fact, I never lied about it. I have always been a sins past. I didn't want to say apologist. I'm a truther. That shit is good.
Okay, it landed directly in the middle because this thing wasn't the nipple isn't long enough. Of either Marco's Minute or water. Which one do you want?
Water.
Water. Ah, my
What the
tea.
fuck was that?
My tea burned my mouth.
Did you not realize you were not drinking water?
No, I was, but I was trying to like do it quickly.
And then you go, ah!
My man said, what was that Michael Jackson ass noise?
He's drinking his tea.
Tea.
Yo, oh my god, dude.
Leave it to
That's
Marco to
funny.
do a strange sound on his mic, like when he smooched his cat.
No, no. I swear I thought I was muted. I
Oh
wanted
my
to go to this comment from Pack Illustration.
Pete Collins.
Who's that?
Yeah. I think we'll see artists shift exclusively this year, Mora or Jimenez to Marvel.
Oh.
I feel like the artists that are in the respective publishers, they're gonna stay put. Maybe Mora's just gonna be dropping down the volume of books that he's doing. And then everybody else, I feel like if it's working, man, I don't know why shift, you know? Like you got all these Italian artists at Marvel, so
I don't see that happening. I think Marvel is perfectly fine with finding new, like CB Cebulski's main thing is finding new artistic talent. He's been doing it his entirety as editor in chief, which means they have a lot of people on their roster and a lot of people we don't even maybe know about yet that CB wants to use. I don't think they have, outside of like their Stormbreakers. Even the Stormbreakers do like one book.
You can't do more, really.
Talk to Dan Mora.
Well, he's him.
Yeah, I know. That's why, like, I don't see Dan Mora maybe going to Marvel or anything like that. And Jimenez, I think, is staying on Batman.
None of those artists are moving.
Yeah,
They're not moving. It's too hard as an artist. You can't really do more than one book. Dan Mora is a cheat code, and he might literally be cheating because we've all heard the rumors about him having
like
other people working with him,
Like
multiple
teams.
inkers. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't foresee any big moves. I really don't.
Yeah, Mora got to dip his dipstick in the Marvel world with the crossover book.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm sure that one of the biggest frustration points of 2025 for Jim Lee was the fact that they could not keep Dan Mora away from Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
They don't want him anywhere else.
Which seems like it was a money move for Mora because he doesn't really care about Transformers.
Yeah. What?
Yeah.
Of course, dude. He's been open about not giving a fuck.
He's like, yeah, they're not really my thing, which I
Yeah,
love.
He went to get a bag.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, but I'll draw him.
Yep.
Yeah.
And probably just to work with Kirkman too. Go ahead, Marco.
Yeah.
B Mitch says Mora chained like a mangaka. Word, dude. He's at that desk. Him and Clayton Cowles.
Luna with the 199. Stephanie Williams teasing a Vixen book. I think that's gonna happen. And I want it to happen. Why not? On the Marvel side, I think you got to get your house in order with the X-Men. Do I think that's going to happen? No, the fuck I don't. We already know Shadow of Tomorrow, whatever the hell. I have very little interest in that. I have very little faith in that. So really, for a better X-Men era, we're looking for whatever comes beyond Shadows of Tomorrow, and that's probably not going to be until the first half of the year is over, if that.
I think this is the status quo for mutants for the next couple of years, unfortunately. Unless there is a change at the editor-in-chief level, I think this is what the X-Men are, and by design, this is what they are.
Um, yeah, that's a probably a dead issue for the time being.
Yeah, I think there
Um,
will be some kernels of goodness within that, like there was in From the Ashes. There, like Storm was phenomenal, and I have faith in Eve Ewing's. What is she doing? She's doing
X-Men United.
X-Men United. Yeah, because I really liked Eve's Extraordinary. So I think it's not like super cooked for the X-Men, but that shit is it's pre-baking, I think.
I think that shit is well done, dude. I
Oh,
really
so how you like it?
do.
Low burn, low burn, low crispy, charred.
Spider-Man.
Mm, Spiderman.
I think there's still, as there has been for the last decade plus, fuck that, as there has been for 20 years, a divide in the Spider-Man fandom space.
Mhm.
I consider myself okay with the state of Spider-Man. I like the book. I'm not in love with it like I was the Zeb Wells, but I enjoy myself for the most part right now when I read Spider-Man.
Yeah, same.
Does Joe Kelly's run end this year?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I think that and the fact that Miles doesn't have another book right now, I think we're probably due for a not a relaunch, but something that can be like, hey, here's all these new Spider books coming out.
I,
I think Silk will probably get a book too. There seems to be an emphasis on her. They're cool with redoing Ghost Spider books. That could probably get another number one. Um, and with Death Spiral being like their big early 2026 event, I think that and the Venom books and all of that we could look at like a summer relaunch of the line with new teams.
I think it's still too early. Like I think Spider-Man's one of those books that you need a bit of time in between to make those kinds of sweeping changes. And I think Joe Kelly's like he this not that he's just getting his footing, but he's just put out two arcs, you know. So like let's see what else he has sort of developing. And this is me thinking if I was the publisher, let's see what else he's got. He started out strong. I fell off mostly because of the Ramita stuff, and um, I I want to go back to him and a Laraz book. Like if you're gonna change something, change the artist. I Ramita's got legacy, but my guy needs to take a break.
I like it.
That's the divide. That's the divide for me.
No, I think
The Ramita line.
the
The
divide with
Ramita line.
Spider-Man fans is that they're masochists. I think they just like to complain.
You think Spider-Man fans are happy right now?
No, but I think that is normal for them, and that's normalized, and they're like, whether or not they know it, they're okay with it.
They're not gonna be happy with anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's their way of like Mary suing themselves as Peter Parker. Peter Parker's the male Mary Sue, where like if they feel like they're constantly being beaten down by editorial and beaten up, that's like how they get to feel like Peter Parker.
I need Chip Zdarsky
Ooh.
or Bendis on Spider-Man. That's
Here-
what I need.
Damn.
Here's my hot take: Marvel needs to steal Tom Taylor.
It's not gonna happen.
I think Tom Taylor coming to Marvel would be a big deal, and I think the Spider-Man area is a great area for him. He did a short run on Sensational Spider-Man that was very good.
Oh.
That I think would be really fun to see.
Tom Taylor's home.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
happy.
he's
What
home.
is he's only really doing what the two books, Court and Batman, no Detective.
Detective, yeah.
Detective.
But I think that every implication I get from Tom Taylor is that he loves being at DC. And they seem to put a lot into him. I mean, and he's exclusive. Yeah, exactly. So
Oh, I
he's
don't know if he's
literally
still
not
exclusive.
going
Okay.
anywhere. Yeah. Thank you, Luna. Yeah. Entertain me with a 5 spot. All Marvel needs to do to be a success for 2026 is focus on Paul. It's what we all want. Sean on Spider-Man, thumbs up. Yo, please.
Okay. Potential big Paul news coming. Did you see the rumors here?
Duh.
What?
That Mary Jane Zendaya's character has a new boyfriend in the new Spider-Man movie, and it's the guy who plays Ezra from the Ahsoka show, who looks identical to Chad Paul.
Yo, if Paul, first of all, if Paul ends up in this fucking movie, I will be so happy. That would be, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that would be the fastest creation to film appearance pipeline in the history of comics. And it would be for Paul, of all people. I couldn't be more happy.
It's funny.
The main man.
There was a tweet, and I responded to it on the Comics Pals account, saying it's his time, and it's a picture of Paul with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Bring it.
And it's got 18,000 impressions.
Bring it.
There is a Paul army out there.
Oh man, that's exciting. Jeremy Adams would crush at Marvel, says Cole. Yeah, probably.
I
Can't
think.
get him.
Yeah, I don't think that he's exclusive, right?
Yeah, he's exclusive and he's mad busy.
And he's doing their fucking movies too. So like, he's got more of a reason to be at DC.
Yeah, I think he's a Tom King type where he's never moving. And when I say never, I don't mean like never ever. I just mean like not in any type of immediate futures, years down the line.
I think there's I think Tom King will want to write for Marvel eventually.
Come back, like to try stuff out. Like, you know, I feel like there's always that opportunity.
But he's so intimately connected to the DC film space. He's not leaving that. That bag is crazy. He's integrated. He's not leaving.
He's got Warner Brothers in his DNA. His mom was like an executive at Warner. He interned at Warner. Like he's
he's where he needs. He's where he wants to be. And that's the thing. Some creators are just happy. I think it's pretty clear to me, and I don't know this for a fact. It's clear to me that Chip Zdarsky wasn't happy. I don't believe he was happy with the way that his DC run went. And that is why I believe that he will be exclusive, or at least deal very heavily with Marvel in 26.
It is kind of funny where the chief creative officer of DC, Jim Lee, royally fucks up Chip Zdarsky's Batman run. And then his first reaction is, you know what? I'm going to architect Marvel now.
Dude, the constant events and horse shit it was just a terrible, I got to imagine, a terrible experience. So, you know, we'll see. Robert says, I just want to know who will write Avengers and make the book matter. I would love for the Avengers to matter in 2026.
We will probably know the answer to that this month.
Yeah.
Honestly. Jed McKay's final issue has been announced, which is 36, I believe. And I don't see them having a month off of Avengers.
Yeah.
I think we can maybe get like a Christopher Priest on Justice League type run where maybe somebody writes a quick 5-issue run, or like 36 to 40 maybe, or 39 maybe, and then let 40 be the big relaunch. But we'll see. We'll get news on that soon for sure.
It's gonna be Bendis.
It's
gonna be Bendis.
I want that less than I want Bendis on Spider-Man. Like we've done the Avengers thing. Peter Spider, yes.
Yeah.
Peter Tingle.
What is the future of Jonathan Hickman at Marvel in 26?
Man, he's sniping right now. He's doing the opposite of next level. He's doing level next, where Marvel says, "Hey, go to this level next. Do this book, and we'll pick what we want you to do, and you'll probably do a great job at it." But nothing significant. I think Krakoa left a bad taste in his mouth. So he's cool just doing whatever.
Say here, push the button, push the Hickman button.
Yeah.
Give us a story. We'll take it from there. Thank you very much.
Give us hype on these cosmic characters with Imperial, and then don't follow up on it yourself.
Yeah.
Do this Alien versus Avengers book because it'll pop a number, and it's a great team. You and Assad Ribic, cool one and done story. Maybe we'll get a sequel to that. Yeah, I think that's where Hickman is at this point.
I have a strong feeling that Jonathan Hickman will do a massive project in 2026. Something that he wants to do, something that he's excited about. He already said that that was in the works. And so I take him at his word.
I don't.
And I think, okay, well, I do. And I think that I think it's going to be a year where we all um, eat a little bit of crow when it comes to Hickman.
He said those exact words about Imperial.
No, he didn't.
He said like this is the story I've been wanting to tell since the Krakoa era, and it's going to be reshape what this world like. And he's not even following up on it. Gods was a big deal for him, and that flopped. Even though I liked
No, it
it.
wasn't. No, it wasn't. God, we know what Gods was. Gods was a TV project that got turned into a comic book.
Yeah, but Hickman hyped it up like this is something that was a big deal for him. Like every announcement that Hickman has, it's a big deal.
I mean, look, dude, I don't have the quote right in front of me, but he said this is something he's really wanted to do and he's really excited about, and that's what I'm going by. And I hope that that's the case because they have one of the best writers in comics. They gotta leverage him.
Oh, I got the quote in front of me. I pulled it up. I pulled it up. So I'm very excited about this project as I'm obviously a huge fan of all things Marvel Cosmic, Hickman said. The goal here is to kind of do what we did with the recent Ultimate line for all of our space titles, except having the setup book, Imperial, be more of an event than a world building exercise like Ultimate Invasion.
Yeah,
Mm. Hmm.
he's he that that's not what is he supposed to say? He's not excited about it. I'm
No,
not. That's not the quote I was referencing, but
this
like,
Aaron, that's Aaron Ruiz, right? Aaron Orange.
yeah,
He's saying how I feel, where he's saying Hickman sounded like Triple H every time a new era. That's kind of like, oh, it's a Hickman book. He's gonna do a press release and he's gonna say the same Hickman thing. That's kind of how I feel right now.
but
I've waned a bit on Hickman.
but what is he supposed to say? He's not excited about the book.
No, I agree, but that's just everything is like that. So like I don't know. I'll see it when I see it.
Okay. Um. Yeah, Kurt Wilde said, imagine a creator announcing a new book and saying, "Yeah, I'm doing this for the money. I don't really give a fuck like that." Yeah, like I don't know what he's supposed to
Yeah,
say.
that's pretty cool actually.
Um. So yeah, we'll see where things land with Hickman. But I think something big will come, and I hope it does. Um. That's that's really where it's at for Marvel. I think they need to nail those things down. Cole says, does Donny Cates return to comics, Marvel or DC in 2026?
No, maybe to comics in general, but not to Marvel DC.
I don't expect it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's only so long you can sit on the shelf. So I think if Donny Cates doesn't do anything this year, that's a really bad look. And I do think he will do something this year. Where will it be? That's a different question.
Yeah.
That's a very different question. And it's possible that he may need to prove to the big two that he's back. And prove it by doing something else first.
He needs to have another God Country, I think, and even if he does another God Country at an independent, I don't. I don't think he comes back. If he hasn't come back to the big two already, I don't think he's ever coming back.
I don't know. I think he's going to take a break from that stuff. He's going to do his indie work. I don't know that he needs to build it up for Marvel DC, but I feel like he needs to build it up for himself first. And then I imagine he can, talk to whoever he needs to come back. I don't know that they're going to come looking for him.
Donny Cates is probably the most bankable writer in comics other than Hickman. I think if he's trying to work for Marvel and DC and there's no reason why they wouldn't want him there, like there's nothing that happened that would make them not want to hire him, then I think he's the belle of the ball in 2026. Um,
Sure.
So we will see on the Donny Cates front. Now, those are the big two, but there's a whole industry of comics outside of the big two that has to do some things. Some things have to go right in order for us to be talking at the end of this year about a comic book industry that is thriving. It will not work if it's just the big two. So we're going to talk about what the indie side of things has to do, but also some of the decisions that have to be made in the wider space. Like, for example, we've got a little bit of an update that you guys may not know about regarding Free Comic Book Day, which is a massive piece of what has to go right in 2026.
Mm.
So we're going to talk about that uh, across the jump. Real quick, I just want to shout out our Patreon supporters. You guys are amazing. So many of you coming with us into the new year and showing a ton of support. So thank you so much for that. To show our love, we always shout you guys out. So special shout out to our pals versus legends, the Hound of Justice, Atomic Hound, Starcross, Catherine Stars, the Spear of Judgment, Jay's Jumble, Jalen Jackson, the Sanguine Sorcerer, Safe Haven, Hayden's Hideout, Jesse and the Juggernaut, Kyle the Zenith, Panda v Panda, Ted Wong, Adam, Solus Smith, Sam, the Last Young Renegade, Blur, Jekyll, Jose, Entertain Me, and Peter Living Lightning, Electrics. And then also Shalom Warburg. Thank you so much for becoming a Pals vs. Legend. Really appreciate you for that. And then a thank you to our Pals vs. members, the Night Stalker, Harris Zaginski, Brian Demolisher Del Pozo, Kefis the Incorruptible, Momentum Mike Elliott, Dan the Truth Trudeau, Marley Manastorm, Slow Flow Dameron, Christian Uncaged, The Spear of Justice, Izzy's Issues, Robert Runback, Cashaback, Pete the Dream River Collins, James Just Jamming Jones, Paul Powell Smith, Neon Knight, The Cosmic Avenger, Matthew the Shade, Cosmo, BJ Kicks, Comics Are Dope, The Grand Alchemist, Chop Harder Alchemist, John Barrier B. If you did not hear your name, and you're supposed to, you will hear it later on in the show. And I do want to say that there is a promo code live right now, PALS 2026, that you can use to get 15% off if you want to join us on Patreon.
Huh.
Now's a great time to do it.
That's right. For your first month, that'll be applicable to the Pals vs. Legend tier, joining the Pals vs. and Pals Assemble. So feel free, get that first month 15% off.
The first hit isn't free, but it is cheaper.
Hey, let's go. I'm going to put that in the chat too.
Izzy's Issue says, Sean says Cates is the most bangable writer at the big two. Odd choice, but okay. All right, so first
Not
of all,
not that.
First of all, I said bankable. Second of all, one thing we don't do around these parts is king shame. So if I said
true.
that Donny Cates was the most bangable writer in comics, you're supposed to say, you know what? I see the vision. That's it. You saying he's not hot? Are you judging his appearance?
This is the second show in a row where on Palace Poll, Sean was talking about seeing people in the nude.
Yes.
This is the kink reveal the year for Sean.
I'm always honest.
Always on it?
Honest.
Oh, wait. Doing tricks
Although
on it.
I was lying when I said I picture you guys nude. I don't do that.
I picture everyone as Ken dolls.
Somebody out there is disappointed.
Luna says when Dan Mora exists. Hey, we were talking about writers. Dan Mora hasn't written shit. But when he does.
Yo, Dan Mora, Jorge Jimenez.
All right, yeah, no, there's too many of those guys in comics. Come on.
So there's a little bit of a spoiler for a later segment, but the fourth best selling, I believe it's fourth best, selling book of 2025, according to Bleeding Cool, is Invincible Battle Beast #1.
Ah.
And that is because of the genius of Robert Kirkman. Now you could say, well, they had blind bags. Yeah, they did. And do you want to know the first mainstream comic to have a blind bag? Battle Beast.
Yeah.
A big one, Battle Beast. And now we see the big two following trend. A trend that didn't start in the mainstream. Look at that. Then you have Exquisite Corpses, which was one of the only non-Big Two, non-IP books to hit the top 50 at any point in 2025. And it was often, or no, I shouldn't say often, but it was in the top 20 on occasion.
It was, every time I checked, it was pretty high up on that list too. Yeah.
That's a big deal. And so what can happen outside of the Big Two to replicate some of those types of successes? You can't do the blind bag thing all the time, but there are ways to generate buzz and excitement outside the Big Two that we have seen work before.
I mean, Kirkman's doing the thing that is tried and true in comics coming up. The Energon Universe is finally crossing over with each other. Optimus Prime is finally meeting Duke, what, 3 years in? Like, we're finally getting the crossover between G.I. Joe and Transformers, and that world is getting built out. Void Rivals would probably have just finished their big Quintessent War event.
Yeah.
So I think, like, we're only seeing the beginnings of Energon still, and I think Hickman has some big plans for it, especially because that TV show, the cartoon, is supposed to be coming out too.
Kirkman.
Kirkman. So we know, like, the Transformers G.I. Joe show will be happening too. So that's only going to compound the popularity of this Energon universe. Yeah. So I see the beginnings of some big stuff happening for Energon in 2026, but maybe 2027 is their year. But definitely some big deal happening here.
Yeah. Go for it.
Nah, go ahead.
You go to address the super drop?
Yeah.
Yeah, go for it.
Super Drop said, Sean, I'm about to have dinner, so if you need to get something off your chest about pooping, now's the time. Super Drop, I actually thought of a story when I read that, but I'm not going to share it.
No.
Not yet.
I'm not going to share it. I'm never going to share it. It's not going to, those words will never come out of my mouth.
Not even a revelation?
I don't like the word chest and pooping being so close to each other. What is this, a Cleveland steamer?
We're not in Germany.
Do I know this story, Sean?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is one of them ones.
Go right straight to the grave.
Yeah,
Probably.
Yeah. Well, hopping off the toilet and back on topic.
All right, Dangler.
Yeah. I think the fact that we are crossing over this far in this, not late, but I think there's been a lot of restraint. And that's been, I think, true since the launch of Energon, with how quiet and hush hush everything was. Like the team over at Energon, Skybound, they've been just handling everything so well. And I think the other thing for them to think about is not to wear out the novelty. Like, yes, they're going to be crossing over, but the implications have to then bleed out in all of the books, and everybody has to deal with that, and they shouldn't converge back, immediately. Like, those things need to be spread out to maintain the fact that, this crossover is going to be momentous, and it's going to be it's going to do numbers, but the next crossover, the next thing that needs to happen has to happen in time, right? It shouldn't just be one back after the other, and everybody should handle those repercussions. Each of the storylines, each of the books should handle their own repercussions.
I agree. I think you guys are right about, what's happening inside the Energon universe. And I think that, you can never underestimate Transformers fans and G.I. Joe fans. Those people go hard. And if you can convince the outside comics fans of those properties to check this stuff out, that could matter. Like, we're talking about comics. If you can convince even 200 people, which is a minuscule number, there's almost that amount of people watching right now. If you can convince just 200 people to pick up the book who never tried it before, that's a big deal.
I am still reading G.I. Joe, which is, like, I'm a G.I. Joe fan now. Like, I'm an example of what this thing can do. Transformers and G.I. Joe were blank spots for me. And now I've read every single one of their issues. I actually just caught up on the Dreadnought War, the GI Joe.
Nice. Yeah.
Tom Riley is doing career work in that run, on that arc. It is, and Jordi Belair, I think, is doing career work on that, which is saying something.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, they made fans out of me, and I think if this could only become bigger, and yeah, yes, it's IP, but it is still creator focused.
Well, look at those miniseries that they did.
That was fun.
That were all very fun. I think those were creative focused. Where they matched creators to characters like Kelly Thompson on Scarlet, which was really cool. Um, so yeah,
Destro.
yeah, yeah,
That was
those were
fun.
awesome.
Yeah.
But let's talk about the non-IP elements the of what these publishers have to get right. I think we need to see, and this is tough now because of Vertigo, but I really want to see a huge swing from Boom or Image on a non-IP book from a massive creator. They need to take out a fucking loan or something and give one of these people a bag and just do something huge and promote it like crazy. Stop only promoting books by James Tynion. There are other people who can sell comics and make big titles. Let's do it.
Like Grimm worked for them with Stephanie Phillips. That was a huge book. Marion Heretic seems to be going in that same kind of direction. But there needs, yeah, I agree, Sean. They need to like snag a big name.
I don't. I think this is one of the downsides of how great Big Two comics are right now. Is not that there's not room, but there's so much buzz that it's hard for them to break through that noise, for the smaller publishers to break through the noise. Like they're going to be excellent books by excellent creators that won't that'll just fly under the radar. And that's okay in that that just means that that's where comics are. Like I don't know that you put you put so much money behind a creator and like let's say you get I don't know just let's say just say throw a wild one out there. Let's say you get a Hickman on an indie title, right? That becomes a Hickman book, not an indie title, if that makes sense. Like I think the success of something like Beneath the Trees is hard to replicate. It's unpredictable. It's unwieldy. So I don't know that it's necessarily a matter of throwing money at the problem, um, or that it's a lack of promotion. I think the realm of IDW, of Boom, of Dark Horse is to just have an alternate space for creators. And when the books do well, that's the kind of thing that they push. But if they find something like that works, like Exquisite Corpses, like anything that Tinian does, Something's Killing the Children and all its various spin-offs, then you kind of have to bank on that. It's unfortunate, but I feel like that's the space of indie in a nutshell.
Do you think Vertigo 2026 makes this even harder?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's taking up the creative space
On the
of
shelves.
on the shelves.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
This is what I've been saying since it was announced. I think that the Vertigo announcement is going to eat away at indie 100%. Almost all those creators that they announced as creative teams could have done something outside the big two, the same book. Whatever they're doing at Vertigo, they could have done somewhere else and it would have been huge. Don't think that having a Dennis Camp book on stands right now with your publisher on it wouldn't be a boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom would love to have that, and they will not.
Yeah. And that's the strategic play of Vertigo is you keep them in the ecosystem. Oh, you don't have to go too far. You don't have to go down the street. You got to go next door.
Yep.
It's tough.
I don't know though. Like Marco, if they don't if they don't do some of those things, if you don't, I personally just don't feel like they try. I don't. I think that they wait. If it's not James Tynion, the same way they did with Tom Taylor when he was the belle of the indie ball 3 years ago. If it's not James Tynion, you almost don't hear about it. Like, you got to wait. It's got to pop first before you start to hear about it. Knights. I always think about that book. It got picked up for a Netflix animated series, and then I started to hear about it. The numbers were already there, but I didn't hear about it until then. Marion Heretic. That book is awesome. Why isn't there any promotion? Just something. Where's Teenie Howard's interview at? Has anybody seen a Teenie Howard interview?
It was in the Zdarsky News.
Great.
Yeah.
But that's not where the people are.
No, I had to ask for it.
She needs to get on here. Not literally. I would love to interview her, but like not literally here, but I don't see her on Near Mint. I don't see her with Sal. I don't see her at all. Why aren't you promoting your book? Where's Boom at on this?
I think one thing we also got to recognize too is that 2025 was a hard year for those companies with the diamond issues.
Yeah.
Distillery is I was reading about it. Like, Distillery stopped putting out some physical books because they're kind of stuck in the purgatory. And they're really focusing on the Neon Ichiban aspect of things.
Because they stuck through. They were one of the other ones that are like, oh, we're gonna stick with Diamond. They're gonna make the comeback. The comeback will be stronger.
The creator-focused, creator-owned publisher that is Distillery is kind of nowhere to be seen. That book Near wants us, or Mrs. Near wants us to read, the Chip Zdarsky Robot White House book. I don't even know if that's going to finish.
I mean, I don't want to be a douche, but Distillery has been a sort of a wet fart. And I personally feel, and this is true for me, the format, nah, not it.
The size.
Yeah, the dimensions of
Sure,
the
sure.
books,
Yeah.
not it. It's horrible. I don't like comics. There's a uniformity to them that I like, that fits on my shelf or in my long boxes properly. That, like, I don't want books that don't do that. Like, I don't know how to handle those Distillery books.
That's got to be like a single issue special edition. Like, I remember the Fade Out did one where it was like larger format to kind of make it look like a pulp magazine, which I picked up. Or like Batman Damned, the Batwang issue. That was like that. But yeah, I the long box of it all is why I don't really care much for it.
And you're appealing to comic book fans who are all largely going to feel that way.
Yeah.
You can't get around that.
Just going back to the indie thing where it's, like putting any promotion behind it. Like, I remember 2024 Beneath the Trees, there were three things that 2024 there were three or four titles at that time that they were putting out, because remember they had those like little cards of like everything that was getting shouted out. It was Beneath the Trees, it was the Return of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and I want to say it was Star Trek, right? Because to be honest, those are the things they have. It's two IPs and they made room for one book. Like, imagine if Beneath the Trees didn't become the hit that it did. That was wasted space on the part of IDW that could have been for Godzilla, and with all the stuff that they've been doing to lead up to the new Kaisei era. And it's just hard to account for indie titles when the numbers are smaller, and so that gives you less data to kind of work off. We know a Batman's going to sell. We know an Aquaman's going to sell less, but who knows what a Challengers of the Unknown will be, and does it mean that it has to involve the all-encompassing publisher? In the case of DC, that's a benefit. In the case of IDW or Boom or Dark Horse, they're just titles.
IDW's niche right now is the other IP, I think. I think Beneath the Trees is kind of an anomaly for them.
Yep.
Which I think that's a perfectly healthy spot to be in the industry. I think there needs to be one of those. Is it really for me? I don't. Some of the books are, yeah, not all of them. IDW also has Power Rangers. No, that's Boom.
That's Boom.
Yeah. So I think that that niche exists for a reason. Um, so,
But go ahead.
no, I just don't think they need to like. I think they're coasting and they're fine.
Beneath the Trees, though, is the exact example of what I'm talking about.
Sure.
Because imagine if IDW just didn't promote that. Imagine if they just didn't make that the book to talk about at New York Comic Con. That happened because of money. We were talking about that book before issue 1 even came out. We didn't even know what it was. So they got us to care about a book before we saw page 1. That only happens with money and promotion. So we cannot say that that doesn't matter. It has to matter. Of course it matters.
But I think it matters because the book followed through. If that was Conan,
Actually, people love Conan right now.
well, like I think that's the thing is like the follow through on part of the comic has to happen, and that only happens in the rear view mirror. It can only be retrospective. Otherwise, it's the gamble moving forward that could have taken space for some other IP that could be bankable.
But you could always say that. But they took a chance and it paid off. But you have to take a risk. Because what if they just didn't? I don't think we're talking about Beneath the Trees right now.
Yeah.
It flies under the radar like everything else.
Here's another publisher that, Kurt Welch is calling out right now is Ignition Press's launch last year frustrated me because they have no digital distribution plan. I'm excited for some of those comics, but I can only get them in trade. Yeah, I've not been able to read them.
I actually am a big fan of Ignition Press, but they do a terrible job with yet again with promotion. Where are they at?
They have good teams. They have great creative teams on those books too. When you shout them out on Pals Previews, I'm like, yeah, that's a good team. I'd like to read that book.
Those people, like, I'm a big believer in getting on podcasts. You have to have a presence. Where are they at? It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't understand. Ignition Press is going to struggle if they don't promote these books better. Get out there. The Beauty was a modest hit. The first iteration of The Beauty. Jeremy Hahn. They've got it.
Yeah, it's got a show coming out.
Yeah. They've got a new edition coming out now. You don't hear word one about it. Nobody gives a fuck.
In fact, the promotion for the show is promoting people to the previous volume, which is at a different publisher.
Free Comic Book Day is happening. It is happening, and I'm very happy to be able to say that. We need Free Comic Book Day. This industry needs it. Is it a loss for many stores? Yeah. It can be. A lot of people go into the shop, they get their free books, they walk out. Hopefully, none of you do that. Hopefully, if you go to the shop for Free Comic Book Day and you can afford to, you're dropping a little bit of bread at your comic book shop. But the most important thing is that Universal and Lunar and all these distributors have decided that we will move forward with Free Comic Book Day. I do believe that it will not be called that by every distributor, but ultimately it's the same day and we all know what we're there for.
Yeah, because Marvel announced their books for it already, but they call it Comics Giveaway Day. Is the way Marvel's branding it with the worst logo ever. It looks like a supermarket tote bag.
That's not Marvel, though. I don't think.
Marvel's the only one who's announced it. So I don't know if this was in partnership with somebody or Marvel doing their own version of it.
They're not. It's what did you call it just now? What did you say?
Comics Giveaway Day.
Yeah, it looks like Penguin Random House.
Oh, it's Penguin Sword. Okay.
So anything that is published by Penguin, so that includes other publishers, Boom, Dark Horse, IDW, Ignition, etc.
Yeah, exactly.
Rolls off the tongue.
I think the name is fine. I just think the icon looks horrible. But yeah, so that's Boom, Dark Horse, IDW, Kodansha, Ignition, Marvel, Tokyo Pop, Webtoon.
Yeah. But they'll all be available on the same day. That they'll all be joint. So that's a really, really positive thing. And we've got to support it.
Do we see DC joining in on this or doing their own on a different day?
They're a part of Lunar's side of
Lunar.
it,
Yeah,
which I
so
believe is Free Comic Book Day. So
okay. May
um
2nd. Yeah, that'd be the same day. It's just gonna be weird seeing Free Comic Book Day and Comics Giveaway Day. It's the same day, but different names. So the branding thing, I guess. So what benefit does one have in having a different name for it? I don't know.
Well,
legally they can't have that name.
I was about to say, yeah, technically they can't use it because Universal owns that,
Yeah, it's just it is what it is.
so they're gonna have to use a different name anyway.
Yeah. Comics Are Dope says Ignition did a bit of a comic shop tour last year. I saw Stephanie Williams and Jeremy Hahn in my local area promoting Roots of Madness and Murder podcast. The problem with that is that reaches the people inside of that store at that moment. Whereas, which is, I'm not saying that's bad. You should do that. But there's got to be more to it. There's got to be more to it.
They had such a prime location for their New York Comic Con table too in Artist Alley. It's like right in the front.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah,
I haven't heard from them
I-
as a fan and also as a podcast.
We reached out.
Yeah,
We reached out. We didn't hear back. Why is that? Where is their press person at? No offense.
they said, oh yeah, we have a person just for that. Cool.
Met her, talked to her, exchanged cards, emailed her, heard nothing. I know people are busy, but this is the kind of thing that happens that you guys don't know about. And I'm not trying to throw them under the bus. It's not only Ignition that we've had that problem with.
And
People working behind the scenes are a part of the problem.
and not to like overstate our importance, but if like that means that there's that work is not being put into this sphere.
And it's not, and I forget who it is off the top of my head, but I saw just the other day, maybe it's Friday, no, it was yesterday, maybe like Thursday, Wednesday, somebody said they got a mail order from a Dirk Manning, the new Dirk Manning book. Like that's only because of the or due in part with us, right? Like we putting the name, the book, the title out there for people to
I would say it's because of
make
Dirk,
contact
but-
with. Well, I mean, I forget who it was, but they obviously heard the show, right? And then
Oh,
they're like,
okay,
"Oh,
okay.
I'm gonna check this out," and so they got the Kickstarter.
You heard you saw the direct correlation.
Right, right. 'Cause
Got
they
it, got it, okay.
they called it out.
And it happens all the time. It
Yeah.
happens which is why I don't stand for like the discounting of the importance of shows like this, because I know it for a fact. We see our chatters all the time talk about how we convert them to go ahead and buy books. And if there's 120 plus people listening to us right now, if you can convince 20 of them to go buy your indie title, that's not a small deal. That's not a small deal.
Our podcast is the sole reason why Paul is coming to the MCU.
It's true.
That's right.
Let me see those
Sure.
Pauls in chat.
Every sale matters. And it is not it's free to make an appearance. It costs you time, but it's free to make an appearance. Distribution, distribution itself is a bit of a mess, and we need to see that getting fixed in this industry. We've got multiple distributors. Small press is being choked out because of what happened with Diamond. Um, they need a soft place to land. Small press does.
Do you think we see the end of that saga this year?
I think it's nearing its conclusion. The
Yeah.
bank pulled out of buoying Diamond.
That's usually a good
So,
method.
I think I read that there's something like $9 million that are going to go unpaid to
Oof.
debtors. Debtors being distributors, debtors being publishers. So that's scary.
That's
And one
bad.
of the things that I read is that 9 million might be something that we feel.
Oof.
In terms of
Damn.
like the lack of those smaller presses, or
In terms of prices going up,
of
because somebody's going to eat that.
yeah,
That someone is going to eat that.
and so
And
and
if
it might mean some publishers going under too.
absolutely,
Yeah, like
absolutely.
what's the one Archaea, right? That's the one that what's the one that published the Alan Moore book you guys love?
Oh,
And not Antarctic. Um, Providence, right?
Providence, yeah.
Providence, yes.
Starts with an A, I
But like we
think.
talked about how like they said they're taking a break in 2025, but that was in June. Radio silent since.
They're not the only ones, by the way, that are
Yeah,
having struggles.
yeah.
So
Distillery, another one, which I mentioned, at least in the physical sense.
Uh, Avatar Press.
Avatar, yeah.
Kurt Wildshut says, I genuinely think comics creators are burned out on the internet in general. The mass exodus from Twitter has people thinking that online promo just isn't worth the work.
Um, I think there's a part of that for sure. Um, yeah, I think that's definitely a part of it. It's seeing what the internet is like, and it ain't the friendliest, and maybe not wanting to put your face into that.
Well, that's true for Kelly Thompson.
Literally true, yeah, yeah. But she at least still does the interviews, you know.
She busts her fucking
Yeah,
ass. She busts her ass. And that's why, like, Kurt, I appreciate what you said, bro, but I don't give anybody grace when it comes to that. Because you have to do the work. It's not fun. I mean, it probably sucks, to have to show up on these podcasts and do all that stuff, but it's part of the job now. You have to do it. And if Kelly Thompson can do it, and if Scott Snyder can do it, the people at the tippy top can do it, then the people at the middle and the people at the bottom better do it. Because if the people above you are working harder than you, you're always going to be under their boot.
yeah.
Always.
I just remember during like the Krakoan age, like all the like the women and non-binary people working on the Krakoa books, there was a lot of flack on them at the internet at the time. I think it's especially hard for women, um, and non dudes to put their face out there and be on these things, especially when there's live chats and people suck. So I see how it's daunting, and I don't fault them for that. But also, the way the industry works is if you're not doing the work, the publisher ain't going to do it for you, especially in indie.
It's just the job now.
Yeah.
It's the job.
Yeah, even like Luna Pink says, if you're an indie creator and you don't have a TikTok, what are you doing? Stephanie Phillips is doing the right thing. She's kind of the blueprint of that. You don't even need to do podcasts sometimes. She's doing her own thing, and it's working for her. And you know what? People are clipping her stuff and posting it everywhere. I think that's a hard thing to do because you kind of have to like, strike while the fire's hot with that. But there are other ways of using social media to get your stuff out there that the publisher might not necessarily do the work for you.
Dirk Manning says, podcast appearances. What do you want and what are you willing to do to get it? It's true. It's true. I mean, Dirk's a road warrior, but he's also an online warrior. I see this dude on fucking every kind of podcasts that, are up and coming. Like he just wants to spread the gospel, and not everybody has the um bandwidth for that, certainly, but he does, and the results speak for themselves.
I just imagine Dirk wearing the Road Warrior shoulder pads. And I think that kind of works, actually.
I can definitely
Yeah,
see
I
that,
think
dude.
that works. Whenever you do your post-apocalyptic Mad Max era book, I think that's when you change the look up, Dirk. Go full shoulder
Hell yeah.
pads.
I want to see that.
Shoulder pads on top of the top hat.
That's not a shoulder pad. That's a hat pad.
I finally finalized my frame, by the way. So we're done officially. Diamond Comics Distributors Inc. 1982 to 2025. Rest in peace.
God.
But they're
Boom.
not gone.
They're not coming back to this is the bad bankruptcy now. The other one was the restructure and we'll come back. We're in the you're going away.
I need to shift my R.I.P. Matt Damon hat to be an R.I.P. Diamond Distributors hat.
Hell yeah.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Steve Canara says publishers never did the promoting, not in print books, not in comics. It has always fallen to the creatives. I mean, look, man, I don't think I've ever seen a commercial for a comic book. Not that I can recall. Um,
Well, only recently DC put one
oh,
out
But
last year, I
you're
think.
right.
but they're not for a comic. They're for DC Comics. Does that make sense?
Sure, sure,
Yes.
sure.
So look, I agree with you. I don't think publishers have ever really done the work. They weren't doing the work when I started reading comics. Like we can talk about what their marketing looked like in 2005. I'll tell you where it was, the marketing. It was in the books. Marketing's always in the books. But you already buy the book.
Yeah.
So that's fucking backwards.
It's masturbatory.
Yeah, it's not
Granted, go ahead.
No, go for it.
Granted, you could make the argument, well, when you go to the movies, you see the previews, which are for movies that you may want to watch. And they're probably from the movie studio that produced the movie that you're there to watch. And that's all true. But where else do you see movie trailers? Every fucking where.
Gas station pumps.
Yeah. Turn on a television. There's a movie trailer playing.
Did
Yeah.
you see that? Like, there was a TV ad for Pluribus, the new Vince Gilligan show, on someone's refrigerator.
What? They have that space? Oh, yeah, yeah.
God.
Yeah, like those
Samsung.
LG ones. But the problem was, the woman dealt with schizophrenia, and the character's name from Pluribus is Carol. So the ad said, "We're watching you, Carol," and she checked herself into the Stoop because her fridge was talking to her.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
the family's looking at damages now for it.
Yeah, Dan Trudeau says it's like AMC commercials and AMC theaters. I'm already here. You don't have to
Yeah.
convince me. Yeah. But to the point of they're everywhere else, that's where they need to be. They need to be
Yeah.
everywhere else.
Like, I think those DC previews in the back of their books actually do help me. Like, I'll finish a book and I keep swiping through it. And I'm like, oh, look at the art of this book that comes out next week. The problem is I'm already an established comic reader. Like, yes, you might get a new purchase out of me, but that's so small compared to expanding beyond that.
Well, I think you might get a new purchase out of you, but yeah, to that point of like the new acquisition, right? It is I've been interested in comics. Here is something that maybe is finally for me that I've now come into contact with, and I can make my way into that via that book.
Yeah. And Luna Pink here says, I mean, actors do press for movies. That's built into the budget of the film, though. Like, that is established as part of what making the movie is. Whereas, like, that just doesn't factor into the comic.
No, you got your creators doing all the work.
Yeah.
Like that's not factored into their time. Like they need to do it for their book to sell, for them to get paid, or not to get paid, but for like them to make good numbers so that it warrants them coming back, doing the next book with said publisher.
Jay Sage says, do you think we're overthinking these things? Comic channels on YT blow up so fast. Biggest movies in the cinemas. I doubt the book industry is doing much better, but there is less fear mongering. We're always talking about improving the comic industry because we're neurospicy nerds, but maybe we can just be grateful the industry is thriving and has been for so long.
JC, do you want a podcast? like that's kind of what we got to do here. But I also think that's just what comics are. Comics have always been, herald, like the Galactus has always been attacking the comic book industry from its inception. So I think we're just used to that being the case. That we're always on the cusp of things breaking.
I don't feel like that's the conversation that we're having. I'm a little bit thrown by Jay's comment just because I feel like, we're talking about, the things that need to go right in 2026. And there are things that need to go right in 2026. And everything we're talking about are things that the publishers are talking about and the distributors are talking about. I guarantee you that Marvel and DC are looking at their 26 and saying, well, what can we do better? What kind of industry would we have if people weren't looking forward and trying to do better.
The lawnmower industry has the same conversations. You know,
Yeah,
every industry has the same kind of conversations.
we need to.
Yeah.
McDonald's decided we should come back with the chicken select. But wait, let's not call it the chicken select. We're gonna
Okay.
do something better.
Let's not even let it taste like the chicken select. You know what tastes like the chicken select? The Wendy's chicken tenders.
Stop. No, it
You're
doesn't.
you're closer to right than Marco is.
Yep.
What?
The
Yes.
McDonald's one tastes
No.
like booty ass. Not even the
It
good
sucks.
kind.
No, I'm saying that was a bad decision.
The
all
crispy
in
strips.
all.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here with that shit, okay? Damn, really? Yo, I finally tried what is that? Cane's? Cane's
good.
is good shit.
It's good.
Good shit.
Good, yeah.
That
Apparently,
bread, bro.
McDonald's.
yeah.
If anyone's in the Chicago area, McDonald's is trying a new chicken tender that they are testing out in the Chicago region.
Lucky.
There's some fat boy news for you. I got to. Why do I know these things?
I don't know, but
It's like I when I woke up, I remember that and the U.S. Starting a new war in Venezuela. Like that's the two things that jumped out to me when I woke up. I'm like, well,
Oh,
at least
you
there might
watched
be
a-
new chicken selects.
you watch Review Bra, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, that's why. That's why we're in the same algorithm there.
You follow
No, I-
Snackolator on Instagram? Great account to follow.
I want to try Zaxby's. Fuck, man. I got to get somewhere where they do Zaxby's.
I had a Zaxby's once when I was driving down south.
Oh, fuck.
I had a Zaxby's where like it was like down south in the middle of nowhere, and I think the cashier was on Fent, and like that shit hit. I don't know if there was Fent in it. I doubt it. I was still upright by the end. I was eating it, but like I felt like I had the true Zaxby's experience.
Are we excited for Comics the Magazine? Says Kurt Wildshut. I
Yeah.
have hope that it could be a new vector for highlighting smaller titles. Well, Comics the Magazine is something that we're really high on. We got to check out a very early proto version at New York Comic Con because of Adam Freeman, who's a buddy of ours, and it looks the part. It feels like it's going to be good. They got Absolute Batman on the cover of issue 1. They've got interviews with Nick Dragata in there. So they're doing everything right. And this feels like a big deal. I'm excited about it. I'm looking forward to having a copy in my hands. And who knows, maybe we'll have more to say in the future about that.
And I gotta say, getting Rico Renzi for design, great. I hate the fucking the free comic book day, comics giveaway day. Looks ugly as shit. Comics the magazine, good looking design.
Hell yeah.
It
And
says it's
then-
print only. I believe it's print only. Yeah, I don't think you can get it digitally.
I like that. Comically Optimistic wants us to do something. So they say you guys should do your top 3 goal guests for 2026. Who do you want that you actually think could be on the table? Bonus points if they have not been on the show before. I feel like we've answered this question a couple times recently, but yeah, top 3 guests.
I want Kelly back. I want Kelly Thompson. I want Grant Morrison. I think it's attainable. I feel it. It's in my bones. I think they're reaching out to me cosmically, and it's going to happen. And I almost said Alan Moore, but no. That would be so fun. One that I think is attainable, Greg Rucka. I would love to have Greg Rucka on the show.
CW Gordon, you cut that shit the fuck out. dude.
Stanley AI.
Get that out of here.
Make him say Celsius.
Alongside with
Wow.
me. At the same ready, Stan? 1, 2. Yo. Somebody. I'll say Jeff Lemire.
Sure.
I think that's pretty attainable. You know what? I'll be brave. I'll be the brave one. I'll say Alan Moore. I think it's
Brave
I
or
think it's
stupid?
I
We have to
think
talk
it's
about literature. We won't be able to talk about the comics, Marco.
in the cards somewhere, in some tarot card, and under some kind of seeing stone. And then I bet Tom Taylor would be fun.
Yeah.
He'd be cool.
I chatted with him in a bathroom.
I have all my best conversations in the bathroom. Uh, wait. Oh fuck. Marco walked away. He needs to come back because I got a bone to pick with him.
Okay.
Bendis and Stephanie Phillips
Yeah.
and Dennis Camp.
Yeah. That's good. Those good options. Steve Canaris says an astral projection of Alan Moore. Honestly, if we're gonna get it, that's the way.
That'd be fire. I would love that. Marco, you fucked up, bro.
What?
You better name a woman.
Me?
Name a woman.
Yeah.
Name a woman.
Kelly
Name a
Thompson. Kelly
woman.
Thompson.
No, I said that one.
Tinny Howard.
Oh, fair. No,
Hell
I would like to
yeah.
talk to Tini. Yeah.
Leah Williams.
All right,
Oh!
you got. Well, I need to be able to read her book from Ignition.
Danny.
Ooh, Danny
Dude,
would be good. Yeah.
Let's get Leah Williams. Can we get on that? What do we have to do?
I'm trying. I can't even read her book.
Dude, go to your LCS. What the
I
hell?
know, they
Support
have it, but
your
it's like issue 3. I missed out on issue 1.
back issues. Go to my LCS. They got it.
I'm not going to your LCS.
Oh.
Closed off. They blocked you out on the most important day. I don't trust them.
That was so
Oh,
annoying.
C.W. Gordon, big shout. Marie Javins. I would kill for that, honestly.
That'd be crazy.
I think she's very busy. But that would be a great one, yeah.
Oh, Stephanie Phillips. Fun.
Yeah, you would have heard Sean say it if you weren't too busy pissing.
Yo, I went to go that my dog was barking. I don't know if you heard it.
No.
Oh, okay.
You sure you don't want to bring your dog over on cam so you can kiss it mad fucking loud?
Right here. Come here. Come here, rat.
He does look like a little rat.
It's a little rat. Look at her.
Oh,
Squirming, all helpless.
look at her. She looks like she likes Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Little Chihuahua dog.
I like
Put
how
that
your
damn
dog
dog
is
down.
is half the size of my cat.
It's crazy because my cat is 3 times her weight.
Wow.
Man, cats are fat.
The sketched Dennis Camp interview was really good, says Mikey. Yes, I agree. It was really good. The only problem I had with it, which is not the fault of anybody, is simply that it wasn't recent. I
Yeah.
want a Dennis Camp interview right now.
Dennis Camp's wife liked one of our tweets. Maybe that's our in.
Oh,
Convince
that's
her.
beautiful.
Convince
Yes. It's always the wife. That's how you get in.
her. MX Mothman, Che Grayson would be great. She was
Hell
real
yeah.
cool at New York Comic Con to talk to.
Yep.
And that's coming out this year, right? Absolute Catwoman.
Yep.
Mhm. Totally.
That's a good shout, honestly. Yeah.
Oh, we could probably make that happen. Hold on a second.
We could.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's doable.
Definitely want to get more creators on the show this year.
Aaron Ruiz, did Gavin ever get a proper interview with the pals? He's
Yeah.
transcended that.
He was a chair.
Yeah, he's gotten to have to shut up and not say things on the show because it can be risky.
Dirk, we had Bendis on the show, brother, in September. We were lucky enough to make that happen.
No, but I think Dirk's still right. He's still overdue. We should have a monthly Bendis episode.
Oh my god, I would love
We
that.
should have the Bendis files.
E-viewing would be great. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do
Yeah.
this year, interview-wise.
It
You
is
gotta be
nice
right.
seeing the amount of non-dude names that the chat's throwing out there because I think they do exist out there, even though like it's mostly a male-dominated sphere. There's a lot of women and NB people out there that are doing some great work in comics.
Indeed. Ryan North and
yeah.
Gavin Guidry. I think that is possible.
Yeah, I still got to make those taller frames for when Ryan North's on the show.
That's right. I gotta sit up straight and everything.
That's a tall boy.
I might do it as a gag.
Condon, I like that. Joe Star.
Condon,
Mariko
one of those.
Tamaki.
Oh, Chris Condon.
Yeah. Nicole Maines. I would love to have Nicole Maines on here.
I'd love to see what other book she's writing.
Fair.
Oh,
Yeah.
No, go for it.
If she announces a book, I think we
Sure.
try to reach out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there anything we left out of the conversation as far as what the industry needs to do to thrive in 2026?
We haven't talked about Absolute, which maybe that's just the show that that just keep doing that.
I was gonna say on the distribution front within the digital space, uh, there's a lot of stuff that's still going on. Neon Ichiban, we touched on a little bit, but that's kind of they just started doing remarks. They just started doing
It's not real.
sketches and stuff. I was thinking about getting one because I actually have credit. Because I was able to sell some of the issues that I have, so I have
Yeah.
like $9 that I can kind of just use.
Go buy your pixels, Marco. Pixel
Yeah,
boy.
yeah. For anyone on the Patreon, it's not the next one. It's two newsletters from now. I could probably bump it up. Um, that I was gonna do like another review of like now that it's in full force, not the beta. Like what are some interesting things, and now that all accessibility is there, yeah, I can download. I think DRM free, so still a lot of access. And then there was one sweet gum that is also coming out.
Uh, it's sweet something else. It's is that Kenny Porter's
Maybe.
kind of yeah. It's not Sweet Tooth.
Well, right
Another
off the top of my
distributor. Yeah,
head.
I think that was the ex Omnibus guys.
Yeah,
Are doing
yeah,
that. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. So like there's still stuff percolating in that space that I think is interesting that they're trying to push the bounds of. Whether or not it'll be successful, time will tell. But people are trying things at the very least, and it's not the I need to just stick it out with a Comixology subscription or I can only purchase through one format. Now there's various ways, and it's being a little bit more price sensitive, price accessible, which I appreciate.
I don't really know what to say about Absolute. I think because of the fact that it is so successful, it's kind of in my mind like just don't fuck that up. DC has a history, of doing the right thing for a little while and then just doing something really obnoxiously stupid. But I don't think that's in the cards. I don't. I truly don't. I think DC's fine. I think they have the right people behind the scenes who truly get it. Marie Javins gets it. Anna DePie gets it. I think Jim Lee gets it. He's going to do. Jim Lee is going to be an amazing executive this year. You know why? Because he's doing everything in his power not to finish Hush 2. So I feel like DC's in good hands. I really don't have anything to say about what they need to do that they're not doing because they're doing everything right. And as far as Marvel, I agree with Luna said don't pull an Ultimate Universe. I see the point you're making, which is don't screw up the golden goose that you have. Marvel has to have something in play post the end of the Ultimate Universe that is fire. They have to have something to tell us I want to say by March, April, that has us hyped for the rest of the year at Marvel. They need something big. Jim Lee doing signings in Korea. I bet he is.
Yeah,
I
he is.
bet there's a better chance I could get Jim Lee to do a signing at my house than there is that he's going to go to his house and draw Hush 2.
I bet we get the Jim Lee North Korean signing before Hush 2 finishes.
That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. The Geek Update says, late good morning, pals. Happy New Year. Hope 26 is as good as 25 comics-wise. And you know what? Well, first of all, thank you. Appreciate you being here. I kind of think that's the point of this conversation.
Yeah.
At least on my end. I don't think the comics industry is in a bad place. So everything that I'm saying is like, this went well. Let's do it better. Let's do even better.
Yeah. This went well. 2025 went well. Here's how people can learn to also do as well as the good parts of that. Like if Marvel is on par with DC in 2026, this might be one of the best years. It could potentially be one of the best years in comics that I've been around for.
I agree.
And all it takes is for Marvel to put out a Speedball ongoing.
Yo, why did they not do that in 2007, man?
Speedball.
He was too busy being Penance.
Oh, yeah, he was Penance. That's
Yeah.
right. That wouldn't technically count.
Which I think he had a mini. Didn't he have a mini at the time?
He might have.
Yeah.
You're right.
Man, Penance was rad as hell.
Dude,
I
that
love
was
Penance.
such a moment in comics when we covered that.
Here's your happy-go-lucky young character. Now he is self-harming.
I must feel the pain.
His
that I
costume
inflicted.
self-harms him. It's maybe it's a little problematic, actually.
September to October.
Yeah.
You know, Speedball, happy-go-lucky dude. October, pain monster.
Yeah.
Like, just
His costume's an Iron Maiden.
I fucking love that dude. And I know that a lot of people were like, oh, that's so fucking edgy. Well, whatever.
Yeah.
Call it what you want to call it. It's cool to me.
So there's the fix. Pennant's ongoing. Bring him back.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, I don't think he's in the GOAT game. I got to add him.
Oh, yeah, dude. Luna, we are getting GTA 6 in 2026.
Ooh.
Hush 2, I can't account for.
That's for the Video Game Pals.
Yeah.
Didn't that get delayed again?
Oh, yeah, it sure did.
All I'm saying is, from what I've heard, there's potential for it being delayed again.
GTA?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah. Of course there's potential.
I'm not going to say anything, but
You got a friend that works at fucking Rockstar?
I ain't saying nothing.
My
The
uncle.
fuck, you better put that shit in our chat. I need to know.
No, I got my Kelsey bets going.
Oh my god. Got the Calshies.
All right. Ultimately, I think, we're going to be monitoring closely, because this is a comics podcast, what the industry has in store for 2026. And I think there's a lot of reason to be optimistic. I'm looking forward to a whole bunch that's coming out this year. And yeah, who knows? Who knows what the future holds? You guys are pretty positive. I put up a poll. Do you think comics will thrive in 2026? 82% of you said yes. 13% of you said waiting and seeing. 5% of you flat out said no. You think comics are going to fucking suck in 2026. Damn, bro.
I mean, hey, at least they can't be disappointed if they're already disappointed.
If they expect the worst already.
Yeah.
And that's over 170 votes. Thank you so much. That might be the most votes we've gotten on one of these live polls. So
Shit.
that's
That's
much appreciated.
more than people are watching live. Hold on a second.
Is that was it rigged? This is another 2020?
No, stop it now.
Jay, we did talk about Armageddon, yeah. We talked about Marvel first, and we talked about DC first, but yeah.
I like Atomic Hound's answer here. Comics need to get worse so I can spend more time outside. Hound, I've seen what outside looks like for you. Just read your comics.
It's beautiful.
It looks like you're looking for the Fortress of Solitude out there.
Actually, though, that's what Canada felt like.
One thing I've learned is that outside sucks, dude.
The sunlight? Fuck it.
I have windows. I mean, listen.
Yeah, I got a lot of windows too. You got just buy one of those seasonal affective disorder lamps, right?
The
good.
UV lights?
Yeah, you're good.
I should look into that.
Apparently they work. Could be a placebo effect, but hey, placebo effects in themselves have use.
No, they do work. They help you convert vitamin D.
Vitamin D's nuts.
Ryan Bunn wants to ask us a question. I'm reading Absolute Green Lantern, loving it. How many issues do you guys think it can go?
It's Al Ewing, minimum 50 if he wants to.
I think that we'll probably see the story told. As far as how many individual issues that's going to be, that's tough to say. I would put it somewhere in the range of 30 if I had to guess. It doesn't feel like that book is even close to having told its full story. So I'm going to say bare minimum 25. But I see it going further than that even.
And the thing with an Al Ewing book is that even when you think it could be winding down, Al will find new ways to completely break open the mythos of what that world is. And it just keeps going, which is a good thing.
As long as sales are there,
Yep.
I think that book will be in it for the long haul. Thank you, Ryan, for hanging out with us. So we've got a lot more show to do. So let's keep it rocking. Stick around with us. Hit the like button if you haven't. Super chats are still open. We did reach the goal, which you guys are amazing for. Thank you so much. We missed this Ted H. super chat, $20, dude. Thank you so
Hell
much,
yeah.
Ted. You've been amazing to us. That HH in your name, man, I'm still questioning it. And if you don't know what a hog is still after Thursday, you better Google, brother.
Or
But
don't. Save yourself.
well, listen, we all have, well, half of us have one, so more than half, maybe. I don't
And
know.
some of us have half of one.
How
Huh.
you got half of one?
Botched.
Botch job.
Dude, if you have a botched cock, that's pretty fucked up. Like, what does that do?
Horrible self-suck incident.
What? How? What?
Thanks Patreon subscribers for
Already did it.
Oh, okay,
Happy
okay.
New Year. Thought my hype for comics might fade after a year or so, but thanks to the channel and the community, I've kept reading, learning, and making crazy purchases in 2025. Wishing y'all an even greater year. Drink.
Oh.
So we like to
Well,
hear.
Is he saying don't spin the wheel, just drink instead?
he sponsored
I
a sip?
I think. Oh my goodness. Yeah, definitely let's spin the wheel, but thank you for the message, Ted. Really appreciate you, dude. And I'm glad that, this community has helped you maintain your love of comics. I would say the same. This community helps maintain my love of comics.
He said, "Show me an example of hog now,
All right,
brother,
Whoa,
brother." Different show, different show.
Whoa.
I asked and answered. Ted H is one of our best supporters. He asked me to do something.
Yeah, but he still wants the show to exist.
Oh, all right.
Highlight a book. We got highlight a book. Anyone got a book?
I
can
be honest. Go ahead. Okay.
I want to shout out the end of Green Arrow. I just got to that issue. It was the final issue of Chris Condon's Green Arrow run, which is a really small, quiet issue that I really enjoyed. It was essentially Green Arrow having a rooftop discussion with like the detective he's been talking to this whole time, and it's can't say PP in the chat and not make me laugh. And it's revealed that he had met her when she was a kid and helped her after her dad was like abusive to her. So coming to like full circle with the discussion with her, I thought it was a really nice, quiet issue. And I think Chris Condon really understood who Oliver Queen was. And I'm really bummed that book's ending. I know we have Absolute coming out, but it ain't Oliver Queen. So I wish we would have more Ollie in comics. I know Detective is going to have him, but I don't know. I'm a Green Arrow fan, so would be nice to see more of them.
Very good. That's one of the more unfortunate stories of 2025 because that book has been good and people have really enjoyed it. So, we are talking about the all new, all different Marvel era on the book club this month. We're going to be doing our all new, all different era book club on Tuesday, the 27th of January. But we need nominations. We've already had a bunch, but we want a few more. Tuesday, we're going to make the we'll make the announcement of the final four. But get your nominations in and all the usual places. That, of course, includes the post tab on our YouTube channel, the Discord server, which you should be on. If you're not, punch yourself in the face. And then on our Patreon for free, just free. You can just leave a comment with the book that you want to nominate.
Or if you want to use that promo code, what was it? Comics Pals 2026?
Yes, sir.
Then
is it Pals 26?
Pals
2026.
Pals
yeah.
2026. Okay.
So that would be a great post-Christmas present to give yourself if you want to join our Patreon. But short of that, we're not going to do a top 5 all new, all different era of comics because who the fuck remembers what came out? And also, Marco probably hasn't read any of that.
Yeah, I was going to say that's exclusatory for Marco.
The Jason Aaron stuff. That's the Doctor Strange. Some of the only stuff.
So you have a top 1. Cool. Great.
Top single thing.
So instead of that, what we're going to do on our end is we're going to do top 5 comics resolutions for 2026. These are the things that we want to accomplish in our comics journey this year. Some of the stuff that, maybe we haven't gotten around to, things of that nature. And we'll present 5, one a week, since this is a 5 Saturday month.
I'll go first. I actually started drafting mine up, and it is more like deeper analysis. Um, this was sparked after I read Good Devils, um, Don't Play Fair with Evil by David Brothers, Nick Dragotta, and it really inspired me. And I marked up the book. I have a whole bunch of annotations, and I just want to talk about that. Like, I want to be able to talk about comics in that very, um, I I hesitate to say it, but almost like clinical way, because I feel like there was so much to see in that. There was so much style, and there was so much just technical execution, and the combination from Brothers and Dragotta. Like, so I want to be able to do more of that this year. So that's my number five.
Man, my number 5 got spoiled in the chat by Mikey. My number 5 was to read All Star Superman.
Hell yeah.
I would like to have a reason to read it outside of it like being good. It'd be great to do it for the show. But it is on my work desk. I look at it every day. Except now I got to read friggin' Doomsday Clock and Vinland Saga and Yu Yu Hakusho now, so I have to read. But that is maybe I should just bring it to the bathroom. It's a compact, right?
Yeah. It's a good shit and read.
It's good shit. That's what I heard. It's real good shit.
Hell yeah. And Tyler brought up the fact that we've already got X amount of book clubs planned out because of you guys. As you know, typically our book club schedule is based around the month theme, but one way to circumvent that, the only way to circumvent that, is by you guys spending your comics bucks to get us to secure certain book clubs. So for this year, we've already secured, you guys have secured 5 book clubs. Vinland Saga Volume 1 and 2, J. Michael Straczynski Spider-Man 1 through 25, Doomsday Clock, New X-Men 1 through 25, and Yu Yu Hakusho. We're doing those because of you. So if you want to add to that docket, the way to do it is to hit us on our PayPal, which we need to get a link to in the description. If we get a link in the
Ooh, I'll
live
add
chat,
that
that
to the
would be
template
great.
too. Yeah.
Thank you. And that's the way to make it possible. We can always negotiate. It's a way to make you guys, it's a way for you guys to have a little more fun, have more skin in the game, and then, of course, for us to make a little bit more comics bucks. My number 5 comics resolution for 2026 is to read more. I need to read more Alan Moore this year.
Oh,
I feel
Oh,
like I feel
I thought it was
like
Terry Moore.
I thought it was a typo. I was like,
He had a
delete
verbal typo?
delete the repeated word.
You're the
yo,
robot, Marco.
yeah,
That
I'm
you could
not a
do that.
robot.
Yeah.
And why the fuck? Never mind. So so I feel like I have not read nearly enough Alan Moore. In fact, the only Alan Moore that I can think of that I have read for sure is Watchmen, V for Vendetta, uh, Providence, and Swamp Thing,
Something.
and his Superman stuff.
And
But
his,
that's
his
it.
script for his
Yes.
breakdown of
Twilight of the
Yeah.
Superheroes, which is my favorite Alan Moore. But there's more out there. There's From Hell out there that I still
Ooh.
have never checked out. I really want to read League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, and I've never done that.
1963.
Miracle Man make any up
Never
there
read
for
it.
you? Yeah.
So I want to challenge myself to read more of Alan Moore's stuff.
Oh,
I would
could
say
watch
just
it.
because of your premise being read more, throw in some Terry Moore too. It's
What
still
should I check out?
check out Motor Girl. It's a quick one.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a quick one.
Okay.
Cereal's good.
I
Are
think
his books porny or?
no, I mean, he has a type of woman that he likes. So they're respectful though. It's not really. I wouldn't consider it. I mean, there's a little bit of it's a little adult, but
There's some sexiness to it, but
yeah,
like
it's
that's
not. It's not.
the-
I wouldn't call him a gooner.
Yeah.
Ah, well, maybe a little bit.
That sells me. I mean, shit. I'm not asking because I'm squeamish.
It's like Diet Gooner. Diet Gooner. He's not Frank Cho. Frank Cho Gooner.
Right. Fair enough.
Oh, Promethea.
Um,
Yeah, that's a good
yeah,
one, too.
Prometheus good. Top 10 I haven't read.
Ooh, I have top 10. I have top 10 and Tom Strong. Tom Strong, I want to read.
haven't gotten to that one.
Yeah, top 10, Sean. I think it's anthropomorphic animals.
Sick. That tickles my fancy.
I know.
Kurt Wildshut said Moore said he wrote Promethea to expand the imagination and consciousness of humanity. Oh my God, that's everything I want. I want my imagination and consciousness expanded. I
You got to
need
read
that.
the other stuff that leads up to Providence too. Fill that
Yes,
out.
yes, I have never checked that stuff out. So
Neonomicon, and I'm forgetting the other one.
Tariq says you guys should do Astro City Book Club. Great stuff many are unaware of.
I love Astro City.
Yeah, I'd like to do more reading of that.
I've wanted to read it, but I just haven't had a reason, and I'm probably not going to get to it outside of this show producing a reason. So that's where you guys come in. But yeah, we're going to continue to tell you guys our resolutions throughout the year. Let us know what your resolutions are. I want to know. Anybody share theirs so far? Let's see. Near. Read at least one comic a day and keep the reading list varied with more indie.
Nice. That's good.
Like that.
Shub says read more old comics. Shub, what era? Because I know going back to certain eras can be difficult sometimes for depending on the style and the art.
Got it. If you say Bendis Avengers considered old, don't tell me.
Don't say it. So yeah, what's that old Civil War? I think.
I will fucking hang myself, dude. Are you kidding me?
Bro,
Stop it.
Facsimile came out. They're on like issue 4 or 5.
I know I bought the first one. I'm gonna buy the facsimile of Ultimate Spider-Man #1. What is wrong with me? Fucking hate that we're getting old. I mean, actually, I really don't care. CW Gordon says, read more indie. Stop rereading your comfort books for the 100th time. I feel you.
Do you guys read comfort books?
I used to, man. This
I
show
don't
keeps me
really-
so busy reading
Yeah.
these days.
Even when I wasn't doing this, I never really go back.
Me neither. Yeah. It kind of it's a shame because like I feel like I forget the books. I feel like I have a bad memory for them.
I feel like I have a decent memory for them for now. Genetically, we'll see what happens. But yeah.
Steve Canaris with a great resolution. I will write more comics.
There
You
we
and
go.
me, bro. You and me, same resolution. That's not going to appear on my top 5 list, but in a personal level, that is at the top of my list. Entertain Me says, I told you guys Thursday, not choke slamming Sean, but let me add more money to the Comics Pals. Entertain Me, bro. You do so much for us, man. Thank you so much. Thank you for not choke slamming me. I appreciate that. Although, as I did tell you, I have shooters. And so, if you put your hands on me, they appear.
Not only shooters, you got danglers too.
Shooters and danglers. Thank you, bro. Really appreciate that. Whatever it is that you're trying to give more comics bucks, however much you're thinking of, that's more than enough. So thank you for being that way to us. Dirk Manning says, attack my to be read shelf. We've all got that going on. Why don't we get another wheel spin in, Tyler?
Yeah. It's a revelation.
Oh. Okay.
I have one.
Want to put the poll? See what, or unless you want to just shoot it out.
No, I can do it. Let me do the poll. See.
Who do you guys want to hear a revelation from? Which of the pals do you want to hear a revelation from? I gotta add more stories because I've got things that I haven't talked about.
I gotta live more.
That too. Well, I don't know if I want to live more.
You need to, because you need more.
That's right.
I don't know. Entertain Me says, I started adding your links to Reddit so they could perhaps view your channel and maybe sub and become members. That is more important than anything else you guys can do. Spreading the gospel is so huge. That's how we bring more people into the fold.
we can't really
Thank
do that because we can't really
Yeah.
self-promote on a lot of these Reddits, but you guys can
Yeah.
do it for us. So
Yeah. I got not banned, but like shadow banned for a
You
little
did,
bit from a
yeah.
few subreddits.
yeah, you did. I checked. Once I joined the crew, I was looking at all the Reddits you guys had access to. I'm like, oh yeah, someone ain't read the rules to any of these.
Yeah. Well, I would try to phrase it. I'm like, oh, what an interesting interview with like Tilly Walden or something. And then someone's like,
And
hey, are you on this?
The user
Oh.
says the comics pals. Come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Steve Canero said, "Didn't Tyler make out with Muhammad Ali? No, he smooched me on the lips. Okay, and
Hot.
that Muhammad Ali, wet mouth on that guy.
Mm. Lucky you, dude. There's a limited amount of people
Yeah,
who can say they've
I
kissed Muhammad
went to
Ali.
something really fucked up. Can I? Should I say something fucked up? Is that fine?
Save it unless if you get a revelation, sure.
I'm just saying. I think I blame Muhammad Ali for a lot of the way my mind works. I was young at that time when he had me, and he gave me shaken baby syndrome. So I think I'm a little fucked up from him.
You were young when he had you.
When he had me in his hands, yeah. And
Oh,
because
okay. Because that sounded crazy.
Because of the Parkinson's.
Oh.
Yeah.
How many? Never mind.
It's a revelation. I had shaken baby syndrome.
Yo, have you guys seen this 12 for 12 challenge people are doing?
12
Yeah, what is that?
What's 12 for 12?
So you got to read 12 comics recommended to you by 12 people.
Oh.
I really want to do it. It seems fun.
Okay. Then do it on your... It's like a social media post, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to use social media. I like talking to you guys.
You were just bagging all comics creators. They got to use social media.
I'm not a comic book creator, and when I am,
Yet.
I will.
Yeah.
When I am, I will, but I'm not. I hate social media. And anyway, hey, hold on a second. You mean to tell me I've done all this work to build up a community and I can't promote in this motherfucker? Why do I have to go on Twitter? Discord is Twitter. This channel is our Twitter. You guys are the people who are going to buy my comics. Why? Because I'm going to sell them to you. I'm going to explain to you why my comics are better than everybody else's.
All right,
That's right.
EVS.
That's right.
Whoa! I'll tell you this, there will never be a frog in any
In
of
mind, yeah. A
Okay.
toad, maybe, but never a frog. Oh, that you know what? Super Drop says, okay, Sean, your first is monstrous.
Ay, ay, ay.
All right. You
That
regret
should
it?
be-
You regret it now, Sean?
That should be because it's ending this year, right, Sean?
I don't know.
No. She said that she's only getting right. She's only started like getting into the meat of it.
Yeah,
It
there's
became
no
like
end
some
in sight.
sci-fi type shit now too.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna see me on Discord. I'm gonna talk to you guys on Discord. First 12 recommendations for me will be my 12. Although I want 2 from you guys too. So my first 2 will be from you guys.
You want it right
Recommend me. Yeah, if you can, yeah.
Oh,
go ahead.
my first one.
You get one. You only get one.
In Waves
In
by
waves.
AJ Dungo.
All right.
Next wave.
All
So
right.
you're getting 2 wave books.
Cool, wavy.
Hey.
I plan on doing a different challenge this year.
Which one?
The 999 challenge. It's when you go to a baseball game and there's 9 innings. Every inning you have a beer and a hot dog.
Oh God. Oh God.
9 beers, 9 hot dogs, 9 innings. See if you
Wow.
can do it. I think I can.
Are you gonna, but here's the thing: you're gonna get the long dogs or the short dogs?
Yo, you want the shaboing boings? No, I'm
You
getting the
gotta
normal
always
hot dogs.
long dog it.
Jeez.
What the fuck? Long dog. Andrew Dunson says top 10 is a masterpiece. I am yelling into the void. Our chat is not a void, bro. We see you. and I can't agree because I haven't read top 10, but I told you I want to read more this year, so I will probably get to that. And then I will be able to agree.
Hey, Izzy's on the train with me. The 999 train. Let's go for it.
9 beers, I would die if I drank 9 beers.
That's a skill issue then.
I'm not. I don't disagree. I can't drink 9 beers. You could drink 9 beers?
Oh, I've drank more than 9 beers at one point in my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Wow.
I've drank more.
literally.
I've drank 9 cocktails in a sitting.
Oh, that I've done.
Wow.
That I've done.
The beers are a little more filling. That's the issue.
Yeah.
I
They're
think the issue. I
bubbly
think
and
the
shit.
issue here is going to be the wheat content, especially with the bread of the hot dogs. That's what I'm worried about. And also, I tend to drive.
Don't drink and drive now.
I know that, but
Not a
Well,
butt.
why'd you bring up your damn driving then?
because I need someone to fucking drive me. Because nobody I know all drives.
Ask Marco.
Where you going? Shea Stadium?
There's no way. Shea Stadium doesn't even exist anymore, Marco.
I mean, City Field.
Jesus Christ, fake.
I still call it Shea
God,
Stadium.
You're not even from Queens, are you?
Yo, my grandma lives around there, dude. I've
Fake
always
fan.
called it Shea Stadium.
Is your grandma Mrs. Matt?
She's not,
Okay.
thankfully. Dirk Manning challenge: read Uzumaki by Junji Ito without shivering. Good luck.
Oh, fuck.
Read Shiver without shivering. Good luck.
All right, let's get into the news. We've got some news to tackle. The 9 best-selling comics of 2025, according to Bleeding Cool. Before you say it, I am aware that these do not represent the entire comics industry. I am aware that there are many comic book retailers that do not participate with Bleeding Cool. I know this. You do not need to say it in chat. If you say it in chat, no one will care because I already said it. Thank you.
Where's
Now-
Dogman?
Well, this is point of sale at comic book stores. Dogman is a big deal everywhere else. So, the 9th best-selling comic, Absolute Batman number 5. What happened in issue 5?
That was the finale of the first arc.
I think the first arc was 6 issues.
Maybe.
Um,
Did Joker show up like in a glimpse there?
I
No,
don't
this
know.
is Ultimate Defeated Bruce Wayne. It looks like it's the penultimate issue of the first arc of Absolute Batman. I think that's where the big fight happens.
Oh, so where he kicks the baby?
I think so.
That'll
That's
do it.
If it is,
That'll do
that's
it.
hilarious.
Key issue there.
That is a key. Yo, you could sell Batman, Absolute Batman 1 through 15 right now for like $300.
Damn.
Yeah.
Not worth it. Hold fast. Hold still.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. It's just crazy. Like, those are $5 floppies. What other book has that kind of value while they're still reprinting these issues?
It's true.
It's nuts. Number 8 was Absolute Flash number 1, if you can believe that.
That was surprising.
What?
Yeah.
Yep.
Did
Huh.
it have a ton of variants, Absolute Flash number 1?
I don't feel like it was crazy.
I feel like it was pretty standard on the variants. So I'm going to see if I can check this out.
Absolute Batman. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Absolute Batman 15 was the number 7th best-selling comic this year.
That track.
That's the Joker issue.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Absolute Flash had a normal amount of covers for an issue 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy.
Number 6 is Batman 158, aka Hush 2 Part 1.
Hush Tua. Notice
Number-
how it's the only one of Hush on this list.
It better be. What the hell? Who else? Like, well, I don't know. I know people are buying it, but to that degree would be crazy. Number 5 is DCKO number 1.
Nice.
Number 4, this is crazy. Invincible Universe Battle Beast number 1.
Number 4. Especially crazy for what
Number 4, yeah.
precedes it.
Yeah.
Um,
Now, keep in mind,
Yeah.
that did have blind bags. The blind bags are a huge reason for that. But so the fuck what? So what? Number 3 is Batman Deadpool number 1. That's the DC version.
Oh, interesting.
Yes.
Huh.
Why do you
What-
find that interesting?
It came later.
oh, okay. Good point. That's no, Batman 15 would be the latest book on this list.
Yeah. Yep. Which is ridiculous.
Yeah. That was less than a month ago.
Had it dropped in the middle of the year, it would probably be
Yeah.
in the top 3.
Yeah.
Number 2, Batman number 1. And if I recall, that had blind bags.
It did. It did.
And then Deadpool Batman number 1, the Marvel part of the crossover, number 1 best-selling book in 2025.
It was the first crossover. Came out first.
Are there any surprises to you guys?
Absolute Flash for sure is a surprise to
Yeah.
me. In terms of the absolutes that had a number 1, it was Flash, it was Martian Manhunter, and Green Lantern this year. And I just didn't know Flash had motion like that.
Me neither.
And
Me neither.
the thing too is like this kind of lends credence to my theory that like people are really reading this book because anytime it shows up in League of Comic Geeks, it's like number 1 for the week that it comes out. I like it fine enough, but it's not like blowing my pants off. But apparently people love this book based on this data that I'm seeing.
Yeah. I find it hard to believe. Like, and that's a personal bias because I would have thought, um, I just wouldn't have thought. So like that's probably similarly the biggest surprise. And the Batman Deadpool. I think it came out second, so I wouldn't have thought it would have caught up to the sales. And I'm wondering now if that's a matter of like Grant, if that's a matter of the teams involved, like what could make up that difference?
It's a good question. It's a good question. Go ahead.
Biggest, not biggest surprise, no Marvel. Would have thunk.
1 Marvel.
The Deadpool Batman Marvel.
Oh, right. It's.
The one that surprised me that I thought might have made this would have been Amazing Spider-Man number 11, which is like the 975, which they touted as like a big issue because it's Spider-Man, so it's going to do well, and it's a milestone issue with the tons of covers on it. So I thought maybe that would be up here, but
That's an interesting call out. Yeah, I mean, no Spider-Man at all is ridiculous.
yeah,
Um,
Yeah.
I wonder when the last year was that there was no Spider-Man in the top 9, top 10. Um, and again, granted, this is not necessarily totally accurate, but I think this is a pretty decent look at the industry. Like I wouldn't imagine that if you could compile all the comic shops, that the list would be too much different than this. Maybe there'd be some fluctuation here or there, but by and large, this looks right.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing of like the extrapolating of this of these sales, is you're gonna have to have that whatever percentage of doubt, but I think this makes sense. Like, subjectively, this feels right. I am surprised that the ratio here, because this is sort of broken down by ratio, that Batman isn't closer to the Deadpool Batman. So whatever that percentage is, like I would have thought with all the reprints, with all the kind of sales associated, we would have gotten more. And I'm wondering as well, since these numbers are based on sales in store, I'm wondering if this is accounting for trades. Because if not,
if it
then
doesn't,
yeah, then I wonder Batman's probably going to surpass that at that point.
When I look at this list, I mean, I see the fact that Batman number 1 did this well as a really good thing. Blind bags, you can't discount the power of them. 3 of these books had blind bags, and of course they made. I think these are the only books that released in the mainstream with blind bags, and all of them made
yeah.
the top 9.
You know Hush 2 would have released with a blind bag if it was a thing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 100%. So I love it for Batman, Matt Fraction. That's great for him. George Jimenez, that's great for him to have that kind of success. But really, this is par for the course. I'm not terribly surprised by anything here other than Absolute Flash. Like
Yep.
the lack of Absolute Superman is a little odd. The lack of Absolute Wonder Woman is odd. The lack of Ultimate Spider-Man is odd. But yeah, this was a DC year and it was a blind bag year,
Super
and they
Job.
got to it.
Super Job says the thing with Battle Beast for me is that it would not have been on here without the blind bags. The other blind bag books probably still would.
I think it's a fair point. Um, I think actually no. I think that this book wouldn't have been this high up here without the blind bags. I think the success of Invincible, the excitement for that had allowed Battle Beast to succeed. I think this would have been an 8 or a 9 without blind bags.
I don't know if it's that high up without blind bags. But also, it was the first one to have blind bags, so credit where credit's due. But also,
Yeah.
like, I like how the numbers for Battle Beast #1 also factor in Battle Beast #2 and the Spider-Man issue because of the blind bag.
I don't think it's a problem that this book is as high as it is because of blind bags. They got to it first, and you can't, like, if you talk to any store owner about comic book creators, they will talk to you about Robert Kirkman.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. His ability to sell comics directly to stores, to retailers, is unmatched.
Dude read the tea leaves and jumped on the trend. The dude probably saw Labubu's right when they started being popular. It's like, hey, we can do that in comics.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's amazing. Comically Optimistic, who is Jack Grimmy, which we should give him his props.
Oh
And
yeah.
thank you for the direct message. DMing me during the show, and I'm responding like I don't have shit to do. But thank you, Jack, and definitely get me another recommendation. As someone relatively new to the spear, how did blind bags come to be? I think you said Battleby started it, but did they create it or take inspo from somewhere? So, I mean, look, it's very much the gotcha, mentality that we have right now of collectability, the random collectability, and chasing a hit and chasing a high, which comes from trading cards, like if you've ever played Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, Magic, um, comes from spaces like that.
Yep.
Labubu's Tyler, I think, brought up, or Marco, that have been hugely successful in 2025. I think that trend has died, but
No.
No,
oh,
it hasn't, and if anything, it's multiplied. These
Yeah.
are these are Schmishkis. Uh, Jade, my partner, is obsessed. Got her first one from a friend, like a year or two ago. And since she's gotten Labubu, she's gotten more of these because they're different series, variations. Dude,
Yeah.
this thing is like popping off for everybody in every kind of format.
I just got my first blind box. It was Pop Mart, which does Labubus, but they do other things too. I just got one where it's you open it up and it's a random background fish from SpongeBob.
Oh, cool. Wait, that's rad.
Yeah, so I got the one that like didn't know what to order at the Krusty Krab in like those early episodes.
Yeah. Oh, that's so.
I think it
And
might be
dude,
the Rev Up the Friars guy actually, but like that's what it is, like just stuff like that. Disney's big into it. Disney actually just in Disney Springs in Florida, they just removed a whole section of a store to be a blind box opening section where they
what?
sell it and they also have a camera set up there so influencers and people for social media can do the unboxings there themselves.
That's
wow.
insane,
Yeah.
dude. It's mystery boxes rebranded. Cause I remember mystery boxes at cons and stuff. Oh, you throw $50 and you get
Those are
like a
trash though.
they were 100%,
Yeah.
but this is a translation to that. This is
Sure.
an evolution of that.
Loot Crate, dude. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
totally. This is that with a vengeance.
Dude,
Um,
I saw, speaking of Loot Crate, I saw Jim Viscardi, who owned comicbook.com. He has a graded copy of a Loot Crate Inhumans and X-Men issues that never got released.
wow.
So there are covers that only a few exist because it was never made, but they are legit. So he has them graded at like 9.8s, which is such a cool thing to have.
Huh. Uh, what did Matt H? Oh, what did he do now? He said, Sean, what would be your symbiote name? And he's got a picture of me as, I guess, what is it, Venom?
Yeah,
I
where is
can't
he
really
finding
see.
these pictures of you?
He does this live. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know where he gets this from.
yeah, wild.
Where you seen this picture?
His icon on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh.
And if you like go to his channel, which there's nothing there, but if you go to it, you can see the picture larger, and it's just me, half Venom. Matt, you're a beast, dude. What would my symbiote name be? It would be Sorrow. That was what I
Disgruntled.
always
Sorrow.
disgruntled. That's funny. But when I was a kid, I always told myself if I had a symbiote, that would be the name. So that would have to
Sorrow.
be. Yep, exactly.
Damn, emo ass kid.
You know it. I was listening to fucking Ghost of You by My Chemical Romance
great,
and
great,
crying about
great,
relationships
great
I never
song.
had.
But he was asking as well, like when did the blind bag stuff start as well, like specifically blind bags. The poly bag has been a thing for a long time. Like Death of Superman's the big one, even though everyone had the same issue with that. They did blind bags for Hickman's Fantastic Four years ago. It was the death of issue where we knew one of the Fantastic Four members was dying. We didn't know who. So they polybagged a whole bunch of the issues that had the 4 on it. It was kind of to be like the death of Superman, but there were random variants in it.
Yeah, that's a great point.
I pulled the signed Hickman one.
What?
That's sick.
Yeah, I have it framed here. It's like a Virgin variant with Hickman's signature on it.
That's crazy.
So like that was probably the closest to something similar to like Ultimate Endgame that's been around.
Well, and I think the polybags have existed. Like the infrastructure for this stuff has been there, and now it's sort of the marrying of let's make this a moment, plus let's introduce more variability, and let's use the thing that people already know. I think when we had Adam Freeman on, he mentioned how the hardest thing about this really is the variability, because comics producers, the actual like printers, are made to reproduce one thing. They're made to output one cover, or at the very least a small iteration that are not, and so that's the hardest part. And then you have to individually bag those things. The logistics are the hardest part of all of this.
You segueing right now, Marco?
I wasn't, but
I was waiting for the moment to be able to slide in because we are talking about blind bags. Ultimate Endgame dropped this week. And, we did our review on Pals Pools. You can hear our thoughts about the actual comic over there if you're curious. That is not the point of today's conversation. The point of today's conversation is how much of a disaster Marvel's first at bat with blind bags has been. Now, we all opened blind bags on the show. Marco and I opened 4. I believe Tyler opened 2. And we had decent results as far as like the quality of the issues that we got. Tyler's holding up his one. I believe that was one of 50 variant.
150, which you got as well, right?
I also got that, and then I got the
1 of 25 Stegman.
Was that Stegman?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got a Stegman.
So I pulled 2 of those, I think.
Oh, you pulled 2 of the Sanford Green ones.
That's what it was. Yeah. Yep. And so I got them right there, but I'm lazy. It was fun to do. It was fun to do. Mine were decent. They didn't come fucked. I didn't pull cover A like Marco did.
Yeah, what a loser that guy. Oh, fuck.
But hey, you didn't have one, so that's okay.
Yeah.
The problems are numerous with these blind bags. So here's the first problem. The first problem is that there was damage. There was damage to some of the comics. Just straight up damaged copies.
I heard about that.
And that's a big time problem. The comic book shop Secret Origins Comics from Collingswood, New Jersey, the owner or the workers there said, "Oh, great way to ring in the new year. All of the ultimate blind bags that I received are in fact damaged. I am reporting all of them as damaged to PRH, and we will see what happens from here on out. No one is getting a blind bag tomorrow, and anyone that gives me grief will be sent to the Phantom Zone."
Okay, that's a little aggressive.
Hostile.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to that shop.
It's not the fans' fault.
Jesus Christ, we can't ask.
Yeah, what the hell?
For their part, Golden Apple Comics of LA said, "We saw that multiple shops got their bags early, opened the bags, and then were reporting condition issues. Getting product early is a privilege and helps retailers who need to count, process, check the condition, etc. of their shipments. Sellers have some restrictions about what they can do with books prior to release date, including with blind bags. Sellers are not supposed to be making posts opening the bags prior to their release date. Okay, good point, Golden Apple Comics of LA. But here's the problem. Now, you cannot verify the condition of the books that you are trying to sell to your audience because they are bagged. If retailers did not do this, they wouldn't know. And shoppers would have been opening copies of Ultimate Endgame and finding mangled issues, which is going to happen anyway, but it would have happened with no warning if shops were not doing this. Here's the kicker. And one of our listeners actually pointed this out, and I didn't think about it. Some of these blind bags contain extremely rare variants of Robert Downey Jr. and others' sketches, Kevin Feige and others. What if you pull one of those and it's mangled? Or alternatively, what if those blind bags are sent back and pulled? Now they're out of the system.
Lost media.
Yep.
Some of those are one of one.
Yeah, a lot of them are 500 plus are one of one.
That's bad.
Yeah.
The reason it's bad is because traditionally when it comes to this stuff, gambling and whatnot, with loot crates and everything like that, you have to give a ratio for the pull percent possibility. And now the top end pull is potentially out of circulation. And no one can verify.
Yeah.
Because you just have them and you're at risk of opening and selling and damn, yeah.
It's even worse of a gamble now.
Right.
In fact, like I've been trying to keep a tab on like if anyone's pulling these sketch covers online, because we'll only know about a couple of them because you have to assume someone who has pulled it is on social media. Which ironically enough, Joshua Cassara, who drew a whole bunch of them, pulled one.
Yeah.
He pulled the Phil Noto cover, which is hilarious. But like it seems like it's kind of a bummer because like I hope Marvel at least puts out an image of each of them just so they're out there. Because there'll be stuff in here that there's going to be Peach Momoko sketches that nobody will ever see. Potentially.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. That's all I wanted. Just give me one.
That's what I wanted too. I know the chances were so small, but not zero.
And that's the fun of it. Now, it's worth saying that these blind bags were priced at the same price as cover A, although cover A was marked up to match the price of what they wanted to get out of these blind bags. So notably, issue 2 costs $1 less than issue 1 did and is blind bagless. So, go ahead.
They are cardstock, though. Even cover A outside of the blind bag is cardstock, so at least they can justify that. I'll be curious if issue 2 is cardstock.
Yo, Matt H, dude, you're crazy.
I
did it again?
Saw it. Yeah, I just saw it.
Oh no, he made you Michael Jackson.
When they aren't damaged, opening blind bags can be a thriller, and it's me as Michael Jackson on the Thriller fucking.
That age, you need to DM me beforehand so I can have the Thriller sound ready for something like that. I'm saying I can audibly help you out on this bit. I like a bit.
Oh my god, dude. Matt H does this shit on the fly.
I can do it on the fly too. I'm saying we can
collab.
We can collab on this.
Crazy.
A bit to mess with Sean. I'd love to be a part of it.
But the fact that you could pull just a raw cover A or cover B or cover C pissed off a lot of people.
Yeah.
That what you could pull is the same as what you could have just bought off the shelf. Now, that to me is not a problem, but it is different than the way that blind bags have been handled by the other publishers who have done it so far. And so that upset people as well. It's almost like everything Marvel does pisses people off.
I have no issue with it because the price was the same.
Right.
If I pull a cover A and it would and because I got a blind bag, it was a more expensive cover A, I'd have an issue. But it's not. So that's where I'm like, well, I'm sure it's bad luck, but I'm not in the negative.
Yeah, like that was my concern with pulling was like, oh, this is going to be so much more costly, and that would deter me from pulling more, but I ended up buying more because of the cost. So like on that end, fine.
You got.
I still got, but like fine.
And I'm a slight hypocrite in the sense that um I'm not mad because I didn't pull a cover A. My experience with the blind bags was positive. I pulled rare covers. So not everybody's going to feel like that. I saw people who pulled cover A more than once out of their blind bags. That's a bad feel, but it's gambling. And comic book fans aren't necessarily used to that, but I am. So you have to accept the risk if you want the reward. That's just the way it is.
Do you think Marvel does this sketch cover thing again?
I think they're doing it for Daredevil.
Nah, I don't think there's any sketch covers in it. I think
Okay.
it is blind bag, and the variants are varied.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a sketch in it. I think if there's a new Avengers #1, I think they could do it there.
Yeah. I don't know that they'll do it. I think somebody's gonna do it again. I think it was executed poorly this time around, and it's a matter of maybe more volume, just like getting it right from that point on. So the Daredevil one probably not. I'm googling. I don't see anything, but I think at some point in the future, blind bags will continue. There'll be iterations, and I think this as a cool incentive. I mean, it's valuable. It's worth it. I think so.
I mean, yeah, it's sold like hotcakes and definitely going to help them pop a number. The problem is that if you upset people with this, like they have, does it affect the future of blind bags of Marvel? Does Daredevil sell less because people were burned or felt burned by Endgame? I don't think the answer is no. Like, I think there will be some people who feel that way. And some of those people are people who may not be inclined to care about Daredevil anyway, but we're going to buy it because of blind bags and now may not because they realize, hey, it's not what I thought it was. At least when Marvel does it. We'll see. Who should share a revelation? 41% of you voted for me.
What you got?
So, what do I have indeed? You guys want a revelation from me? Shit, man. I have directed a music video.
Huh.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
I directed a music video. One of my friends was a Christian rapper, and he recorded his music video across the street from me. I live across the street from a church, and he recorded it there, and I directed it. I directed it over the course of 3 days. It was like 12-hour days. I was fasting at the time because I wanted to be a Muslim.
Nice.
And so
Whoa, that's a revelation in and of
I
itself.
know, right?
During Ramadan?
Yeah, it was Ramadan.
Yeah.
So I wasn't eating throughout the process, and then 6 p.m. would roll around, and I was like, "Get me food!" Like a real director, yelling around. It was a very fun experience. It was very, very fun. One of the most fun experiences that I've had. It was really cool to do.
Next revelation needs to be Sean's Muslim arc.
Oh my goodness, the stories I could tell you guys.
That is literally a lore drop. Marco, did you ever know that?
I don't think so. No. Yeah. Salam alaikum, Sean.
You do that before Mom Donistan was instated too? Jeez.
Yeah, bro.
It's time to convert now, dude.
A Muslim directing a Christian rap music video.
It's New York in a
What the
melting
fuck?
pot.
Nutshell. Hell yeah. Yep.
Comically optimistic says, "Drop the link, Sean."
I don't know. That might be a little too close to reality. Maybe. We'll see. If
Maybe on
I
the
do
Discord.
it, it'll be on Discord. Yeah. If I do it, it'll be on Discord. So yeah, that's my revelation, and I'm glad you guys seem to enjoy it.
You're like the Christian version of Miss Spike Jones.
You doing Ramadan this year? It's short. It's over the winter.
He's Ramadan doing it.
You know what? I thought about doing it again, but I don't know, man.
Join me, dude. I'm gonna do it again this year.
Marco,
I'll think about it.
I feel like religions are like tourist destinations for you.
They kind of are. I like the exploration. I like the what you can learn, but it's one thing to do that and then the other to take it to faith.
I just need to see Sean with the kufi on next episode.
You won't. But I neglected to say this was not recent. This was over a decade ago.
Sure.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it wasn't recent. Spike Jesus. So, yeah, the blind bag situation for Marvel didn't go great. Marvel is doing, well, I feel like they're doing damage control with the Ultimate Universe ending. Popverse recently posted a couple of articles with Marvel writers. The one I'm going to be referencing and we'll be pulling from it features quotes from Jonathan Hickman, Chris Condon, and Pete Momoko. And his article was written by Jules Chen Green. Every single one of these creators is telling you why the Ultimate Universe ending is great. Here's what Condon had to say. Well, I want to start with saying that I think it's fantastic that the whole experiment is coming to a satisfying conclusion. Because I think in comics, there's this push often to keep things going when they are selling. And I think that it's maybe unexpected, but I think that it's a wise choice at the end of the day. I think that it's just going to be looked at in the future as a smart choice to have a satisfying conclusion that, we're not just stringing people along, just continuing books because we want to just sell them. But we are telling a story, and every story has an end. Okay, Chris.
I have a question. Is Peach Momoko exclusive?
Yes.
So all of these writers are exclusive?
Yes.
Huh.
For Hickman's part, he said, I've been at Marvel a long time, and I've never seen us do what we're doing, which is to end a book that is selling well and a line that is selling well. But I understand the decision because we, generally speaking, don't do discrete units of books. We don't do stuff that's pre-built to be a collection. And Dan Buckley and all those guys looked at it, and they were like, look, we're really proud of this entire Ultimate line. Peach was on for 24. I was on for 24. Brian Hill was 24 and out. Like, we all just started with knowing that the city was going to open back up, that Ultimate Endgame was going to happen, and so we all kind of wrote to that. Okay, and this is what Peach said. I have been with the girls for 2 years straight, so I feel a bit lonely, but I'm also very happy I was able to watch them grow and tell their own story. I knew from the start that the project would begin and end the story in 2 years, so I'm happy that this is ending on a high note. Now, this is not normally the thing we would even necessarily cover on here, but there's a reason we are. Because I read this and I said, why do I feel like these three writers and by proxy, Marvel, are telling me that I should be grateful that the Ultimate Universe is ending? It feels like all of the marketing regarding Endgame is about why this is such a great idea.
And the fact that it's only the exclusive writers talking about this sounds like something that's like, oh, this is in their contract. If Marvel needs them to speak good on something, then they are obligated to.
I don't know. This felt very like super PR.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, this all trained PR trained type stuff, because this is different than Peach's initial gut in the moment tweets.
Yeah,
I put up Marshawn Lynch's "I'm just here so I won't get fined." That's kind of what it felt like.
Marco, you're good. You're not frozen for us, or maybe he's frozen for himself.
He's just really staying still there.
Look, Tariq says there is something to be said for having a specific end from the start. I'm with you. I think that is a reasonable thing. Here's my problem. This is the second time in 2 years where Marvel is ending something that people seem to be enjoying in a way that feels preemptive to those people. Ultimate Spider-Man did not feel like a book that was getting ready to end at any moment. It's just ending. In fact, I would argue none of these books feel like they were getting ready to end. So if they all knew that they were only doing the 24 or 2 years or whatever that ended up, whatever that ends up being. If they all knew that, then why doesn't it feel like they knew that?
Because they didn't know it, and this is all lies.
And that's what it feels like. That's what it feels like it's coming off as. It feels like, oh, we're, it was always in the plan. It was always in the cards. We knew, you just didn't, and we were, trying to get off an idea to you guys, and we succeeded. And now, actually, we're so excited that it's ending.
It feels like the Rock story in wrestling in WWE, Sean. Like recently with Cody, it's like, oh, just stick along for the ride. We have it all planned out.
Yeah.
No, the fuck you don't.
Come to find out, they had nothing planned out.
Yeah, which is why, like, I don't. If it's from an official Marvel source, I don't believe it. There's no reason for me to. It's the company.
And you know who didn't know? Who clearly did not know? Dennis Camp. How could it be? Because he said himself at New York Comic Con that he was introducing all these ideas and concepts, hoping that people would play with them or that he would get to explore them, whatever. He was filling the world out, and then it ends, and he was surprised. Why is it that the spearhead writer of the event that you were building towards from day one did not know that there was no continuation after that?
Yep.
How could that be?
And he's not the exclusive writer, so that's why he's not in this interview.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point.
Yeah. Because if not, he could say what he wants to. Like, actually, I got an out.
Sure, these are contracted exclusive creators that are on this interview. This is the most fluff piece PR interview out there.
It's just weird to feel like the communication hasn't been clear since the start. I think that's the biggest thing, and kind of tying it back to like the lessons that need to be learned for Marvel for 2026 is I feel like a clearer narrative, a clearer story needs to come from the top, from the writers about what this stuff is, how it's planning to impact the world, because then we're sort of left on the outside looking in and seeing like, hey, they look confused. Wait a second. I'm confused. Why are they confused? Aren't they the ones doing this thing?
Yeah.
And why did Dan Buckley tell us at New York Comic Con how surprised Hickman was that the Ultimate Universe was ending if Hickman is in this same article saying how he always knew it was going to end with Endgame?
Yeah, didn't Dan Buckley say like it was Dan Buckley's idea?
Yes.
To do this? He was kind of falling on his sword a bit. It's so mixed message. So the only thing I can gather from this is that someone fucked up. Because it's damage control. You said damage control, which is funny because Marvel loves damage control. This is what it is.
And I feel like it started when, what was it? Peach's husband or translator kind of slipped up, like was like, oh, we're very excited for how this is going to end. And the world was like, excuse me? Sorry?
It was before it was announced. Yeah.
Yeah. Huh?
And then Dennis Camp, the same person writing Ultimate Endgame, goes, oh, Ultimates isn't ending. I've got a lot more left in the tank. Oh, really? 6 issues? That's a lot left in the tank?
Something happened with Marvel where something got fucked up. This is going to be a great deep dive once the information actually comes out about what happened here, because something definitely happened.
Nothing happened. I'm here to tell you that this was planned since day one. Sean, I didn't fall on the sword, okay? This came out of my big brain, okay? And I told Hickman to do the thing. Why he's surprised? He's surprised it's ending with such a bang, okay? Because of how amazing the story's been, because of how amazing Dennis Camp, who, yeah, he didn't get a chance to, be in this interview. He was busy. He's busy. He's working. He's writing the end. Haven't you read it?
Dude,
It's
he's
phenomenal. It's
tweeting
amazing.
right now.
He's phenomenal. It's amazing. Don't believe that. Hey, if you're gonna huff something, huff what I'm saying, okay? And Peach, love her work. Keep it up. Watch out for that translator though.
He's not exclusive. Peach is.
He's not exclusive. Peach is exclusive.
That man is exclusive to Peach.
Yeah.
Which means wherever she goes, he go. Chelsify says, being 66 And getting back into comics after growing up a Marvel zombie, I'm really disappointed with what Marvel's putting out. DC and indies have taken over my pull list for 2026. First of all, thank you for commenting. Appreciate that. Second of all, props to you for getting back into comics
Yeah.
at that point in your life. That's beautiful. I love the veterans. I love the old heads, and I say that affectionately because you guys have been in the trenches. In a lot of ways, I wish I was you because I wish I had been here since the inception.
Also, wild, you just missed being 67 in this time. So
Missed it. It's gonna happen.
well,
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't know.
What do you
I don't
mean?
know. I don't know if the meme will be around the time. I'm saying there's a
Oh,
precise moment of time that you could have been 6'7".
sure.
Max Appleman says, "You can call me Huffleberry Finn. I'm huffing like crazy.
Hey, on that copium, that corporate copium.
Shit smell good."
And
Tariq says,
but this is also like why like I don't really trust Hickman, like what I was saying earlier, because this is what Hickman has to do.
well, this feels pretty specific to me, because they're all lying, or something. It's hard. I don't want to come out and just call these creators liars or denigrate them. That's not the point of this. But at the same time, I can't ignore what I'm seeing
Yeah,
and hearing from the same people. Tariq says, I was not aware of all this. Now I understand people's frustration. I am not that into the Ultimate Universe, so I am not as invested. And that's the thing. This sounds wonderful on paper. Oh, we're giving you what you always ask for. We're starting something and ending it. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, that can be. But that's just not what the plan was, dude. It's just not. I'm sorry.
yeah. It feels like trying to spin a fuck up.
Yeah. I just can't believe that. And there's nothing they can say to make me believe it because they've been saying things to the contrary now for about a year.
And also, it just at its core doesn't make sense because it's selling so well.
Yeah, that too.
There's no other book they do this to.
Something is off. Jack Grimmy says, I just wish they would be transparent in some way. I think it is just such an easy way to win people over. Tell us the truth. People see right through the veil, and it is absolutely killing the vibes.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If they fucked up, they don't want people to see that.
But like that's the thing. It's one of it feels like a situation where we don't know, like when it comes to, let's say, like performances, right? You're live on stage. I know I fucked up. The band knows I missed a cue, but the listener, the person live at the concert goes, "Wow, that was interesting," because they don't know better.
Or they don't even notice at all.
So don't draw attention to it.
Well, they have to sell the book at the same time.
But why is the marketing strategy for this book, hey, we're doing a great thing by ending this? They're not, I feel like they're hardly talking about the contents of the comic. I don't know what the plans are for any of these books going into the end because their creators only talk about the fact that it is ending at all. They don't talk about the story.
Because I think they need to focus on an ending so they can sell what's currently out there. Because I do think they do continue to do this at some point. I know that's one of our predictions. I do think the Ultimate Universe lives on in some way after Ultimate Endgame. But if you let the readers know that before, then why the fuck am I reading Endgame?
Yeah, but Tyler, we've all been looking forward to the Dome opening. You don't need to sell it as the end of the universe in order to get me to buy it. I'm buying it regardless.
Yeah.
The anomaly is that it's not continuing because everybody thought it was continuing. They came out of nowhere and said, "Oh yeah, by the way, it's ending." And now that's the only thing they say.
Yeah. What is it? Aaron Ruiz here. Ultimate Endgame is really good because it ends.
And Coltrane said Condon was on a comic book club podcast, and when they asked him about Ultimate Ending, he said something like, "Is that what you think is happening?"
So what the hell is he saying in his interview?
It's funny. Like, every time a creator has been talking about this outside of the confines of a press release, it's cagey. But when it's press release time, no, it's definitive.
And I wonder if this is the triple swerve.
There's they're the ones getting swerved to Marco.
What if? Okay.
Okay,
Hold on.
all right.
Where's my damn book? Hold on 1 second.
Put it on the hat. You got to wear the hat.
No, 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 I'm right here because I'm on stage.
Okay,
So,
got it. Sorry,
okay, okay.
sorry.
What if, okay, what if we said it wasn't gonna end, it's gonna continue, it's gonna be the new hotness, it's gonna end, and then we come back and we swerve it by fixing it by saying, haha, it didn't end. Gotcha. Got you, idiot. That'll make me feel good.
That's the problem though, because like money wise, I feel like they definitely want to continue making the money from the Ultimate Universe. So that's why I think there will be something soonish to continue either this or something very, very similar to it. But how do you market that then when that comes out? When you essentially lied to the reader beforehand.
They've put themselves in a bit of a quagmire. They've got a situation on their hands, and I think every time you do something like this and you kill credibility with readers, you're hurting yourself, and this is a jumping off point. So if there is more to come, they will lose readership in the Switch, and that might not be worth it. So Marvel, I hope you know what the fuck you're doing, because on my end, where I'm sitting, it don't look like it.
What's that saying in wrestling? You don't work the talent?
Yeah, you never work the boys.
That's kind of feel like what happened here and his damage control since.
Explain that.
It means, so obviously wrestling is fake, and there's a word called kayfabe.
Oh,
And
right.
kayfabe means, okay, kayfabe means, you keep the lie up. You always stay in character. So you don't work the boys means you don't do kayfabe in the back. You don't
I see.
tell them bullshit. To try to, you
Right,
don't do
right.
that.
We're all in on the kayfabe, so
Yeah.
this is how you're supposed to do it in this
Don't
Exactly.
lie
context.
to
Okay.
me. Yeah.
Right,
Exactly.
right, right. Okay, okay.
Exactly.
Steve Canaris, Ultimate Paul can fix it.
I agree.
That's I think the real solution.
Andres says, I got two blind bags, both damaged. I'm sorry, bro. Pour one out for
Damn.
Andres here.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
You get a sketch cover at least? If it's two
Imagine.
damaged A covers, then I am so sorry.
Yeah, I'm curious, what were the covers that were damaged? Aaron Ruiz says, but why destroy something that not only is doing good, but that people are already invested in? That's the problem. The fact that we're already invested means that ending this, if they have a plan to continue in some way, is stupid. Just I'm sorry, I hate to speak that way, but it's just flat out dumb. If you're gonna continue, just push forward. You can leave it open ended if you want to. Oh, I don't know what's gonna happen after Endgame. Read the books and see. That's one thing, but to just tell us it's over, nah, nah. Oh,
Oh
the Three
no.
Stooges. Oh no, Matt H. What do you cook? What did you cook now?
I actually really like this one. It's all three of us now. In the old timey Three Stooges kind of title card.
Yo,
I like
Matt,
it.
I dig that actually, yeah. Which
you're
one are which one's who?
fantastic. I don't know.
Sean, you're Mo.
Curry.
Okay.
I could be Curly.
I guess I'll be Harry, yeah.
Larry.
Oops. There's my Three Stooges bit right there.
Um, Luna says, what solicitations will give away what's after Endgame? So I think Endgame ends in what, June or April? Something like that? May?
I think so.
So if I had to guess, I would say Marchish.
Let's see. Ultimate Endgame 4 was solicited. How long is it?
I believe it's 5 issues.
5 issues, no?
Okay, so then we might get info on Ultimate Endgame by the end of the month on the final issue. So maybe February, March on potential for what happens afterwards, yeah.
Unless, as C.W. Gordon points out, there's a break period so that they don't have to worry about solicits until after Endgame is over. But then, if there's a break period, you're leaving money on the table. I don't know. It's a fucking mess.
Yep.
It's a mess.
Yeah, issue 4 is the penultimate issue of the
Okay.
most climactic superhero event ever.
So we should be getting solicits for the final issue of Endgame within a month.
Yeah.
Do you think Marvel is a big enough thing to be like fuck solicits and pull a surprise?
No, it's hard to it's hard to do that without retailer backing because unlike digital distribution of media, like you could just be Beyonce and stealth drop a an album. And I know Robert Kirkman did that once,
Yeah, with
but
Die Die Die. Yeah.
there's so many moving parts in comics that I just don't see how you can pull that off. And you need retailers behind you because they're the ones that
Yeah.
buy it, not us.
Yeah. And they're almost too big to do this.
Yeah. Uh this is rough, man. This is rough, and I think that, the story of this era will be one of a lot of confusion and unfulfillment on our part, but the one thing I can say that I agree with Jonathan Hickman on is that when it's all said and done and the negativity surrounding this is over, Marvel will be able to sell you two very nice hardcovers for any of these books, and you will probably buy them.
Yep.
Doesn't
Gonna
matter.
have to.
Still hit.
Yeah, you talk about Marvel wanting to make money off of the Ultimate line going forward. That's how they do it. That's how they do it. They can sell those hardcover slip cases, nice big Ultimate box set. They can sell that in perpetuity.
Hmm.
And they will. Either way. Let's spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel.
This one I've been meaning to redo. This one, Stuff the Pals. I want to do something else for it, but it's not ready yet. Marco, you got a minute?
Sure.
Ooh. Ooh. Uh Marco's minute on what is going to happen now that New York
Ooh.
has a new mayor.
Oh, okay. All of the radical, the
Oh no, it's that show now.
actually one of the things that I'm really excited for that recently in a press release he made was the Office of Mass Engagement, which is meant to instill a level of participation by the populace of New York City in politics more directly, and I think that's meant to help uh, drive local government and local participation at a municipality level as opposed to just at the city level. So I'm actually really curious about how that's going to get executed, and then how the city, um, oh my God, the community uh, efforts are going to be put because they've been working in, um, was it Detroit, Baltimore? That's seen a lot of success with lowering crime. So I'm curious about that.
I,
So wonderful job. In that whole minute, you actually never said the name of the mayor. So
yeah.
Steve Canaris points out, are
Oh,
you talking about Luke Cage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like you could have been.
Coltrane says Poison Ivy.
mammy dammy.
Didn't even throw my man's name out there.
Seriously,
Sorry.
too afraid he was going to mispronounce it.
Wow.
But genuinely, I am very excited. Wilson Fisk, that's a throwback.
He's the mayor of Marvel Rivals. They had him announce the ball drop.
Really?
Wow.
They have Times Square in Marvel Rivals as like a community hub where you can just run around and chat with people, and they had a ball drop during it.
What?
Marco, you were there?
I wasn't, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Thank
Just
God.
roping your balls down like
I had to tie them up. I had to put the straps over the shoulders, support.
Fucking Yankee Doodle Dandy over here.
oh my goodness. Sorry for
Ha-
those of you who are not New Yorkers and don't give a flying fuck about our politics, but hey.
I
Um,
welcome woke Sharia law for everyone in New York.
Nir says, I heard Mamdani is going to bring free dome to NYC. Is this true?
Whoa, I gotta move.
I've heard this is true.
Yo, that's beautiful. Is this going to be the year I get dome? Jim
It's pronounced
Bros.
drome. Sure.
Drome,
Yeah.
sorry. I got to get that. That's on my
Yeah.
list. Jim Ross says, see, I thought you were Jim Ross.
That's
Jim Ross says, hello, friends. I've never read any Ultimate books. I like what I know about the maker, but everyone seems so disappointed by the new Ultimate storylines. For a new reader, is it still a hard no?
It, Oof.
For,
It's not a hard no for me. I think you're gonna enjoy uh, you're gonna enjoy comics um, in different you're gonna enjoy comics in different iterations. I feel like this is an iteration of the Ultimate Universe that is separate from the original one, and so because of that, it has charm, it has moments. They're all talented writers, so I think you're gonna want to be able to experience that. I think we're down about the cohesion of it all. That's the part that I'm the most disappointed in, and the part that I'm having the hardest time wrapping my head around, even as we approach the end. That doesn't mean that there weren't good issues. That doesn't mean that we weren't high on, Ultimate Spider-Man as it started, Ultimate X-Men with Peach Momoko being the singular force there, Ultimate Wolverine, which honestly has been good.
I would have said yes, it's fine to jump into it, but now I'm a little more hesitant because now with the end in sight, let's see how it ends, and then maybe you have a great story you can read. If they're hype where it's saying, "Oh, we finally got a story that has an end," if that's true, then you might have something that's a really good chunk that you can go back to. Um, but right now it's TBD for me.
I think if you're interested in it, you should try it. I'm generally speaking, I think that's a good thing to do. If you're interested in the maker, he's present mostly so far in Ultimate Invasion, so that's the starting point anyway. So you could check that out. Um, the maker is a great character who I mean, I love him. I'm a huge fan of that character. I think you can piecemeal it too, man. Like if you know you're interested in, let's say, Ultimate Black Panther and Ultimate X-Men, you can read those, and they're fairly siloed enough that you'll just enjoy the contents of those books. You don't really need to know a lot more. The more books you add, the more you're likely to enjoy your experience. But each of them is of different quality. Frankly, for me, I really enjoy Ultimate Wolverine, Black Panther, and Ultimates sometimes. The other two, Ultimate Spider-Man and X-Men, not my thing. But the people who like them love them. So I can't tell you they're bad.
Even Ultimates, some of the ones that did hit really hit for you.
Issues 4 and 17 are two of my favorite comics ever made.
Yeah.
Ever. Not just Ultimates, just anything.
And Comically Optimistic here says, I honestly don't think you can call any Dennis Camp book a hard no at this point. I just wish they'd let him flesh out his personal vision a bit more.
Well, Jack, I gotta tell you, man, according to Dennis Camp, and it feels like it, Ultimates is his personal vision.
Yeah.
I believe it is. I don't think that having Luke Cage lead a fucking prison rebellion is necessarily in Marvel's playbook, but it definitely feels like it's in Dennis Camp's.
I'm excited for that
So,
issue.
yeah, yeah. Um, Tariq says, I love the maker as well. He has been well used since his creation. I agree, except for Tyler, I'm sorry, except for Al Ewing's New Avengers.
Nah, he came up with a gorilla with a crystal for a head. That shit's rad. He was in his like, I'm trying new things phase there. Okay, he was in a new universe. He had to adjust a bit.
New Universe knew him. Yeah.
It's funny. Donny Cates was going to do some huge stuff with him too, but we won't see that. He was like,
Dean, go ahead.
I was gonna say he's like Venom's antagonist for a quick moment there.
Yeah, that was bugged out. Dean says, I hope the three of you have a safe and happy new year. Thank you. So
Thank
far,
you.
so good.
Yeah.
I hope the same for you as well. Hopefully, we all make it through this year happier and healthier than we were before. Not all of us will.
Jesus Christ.
Let's do one more wheel spin.
Doomer over here.
Eh.
Right, what do we got? What do we got here? We got a revelation.
All right. I'll leave that to one of you.
Marco, didn't you say you had something?
I did.
Go for it.
As many of you know, my username, Mr. Marco Animoto. It's my Instagram handle, Twitter, etc., TikTok. It's also my username on the hub. Okay, I need to
You
have
realize
that
people
brand.
can look you up now.
I need to have that brand consistency. And you know what? If they do, you know what they'll find? Solid. Okay. That was a bit that happened. I want to say last year or maybe a year, some point during 2025. And so I've
Wait, who's bit
somebody I don't remember there was like a whole thing about like uh
on the show?
on the show where like with a listener where somebody was like, oh, you got to be able to have that consistency everywhere. And then I said I was even on the hub, et cetera, et cetera. And so here and there I've been leaving comments that just say solid work,
I'm
solid effort.
gonna be watching a La Serena 69 video and then seeing Mr. Marco Anamoto saying solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go.
Damn.
I just want to point out that Marco is a highly professional person. He has a very professional job. He has just shared with you now his Pornhub username, which is disturbing. And the fact that I want you all to understand, Marco was doing that bit by himself. That's
Yeah.
not a bit for the show.
No.
That's him in private. He told you now, but he's been doing it.
Which is wild because I'm all about bits that are just for yourself. But even that, Marco, a little far.
Why? What's the shame? Are we shaming?
I don't want to know what you're looking at.
Why are you looking?
But
You just gave it out to everyone. I can look this up right now. In fact,
you're
Oh,
leaving
no!
comments that just say solid though.
Yeah. Because that was like the bit on it. It was like I had said I think solid, and then if somebody was just like, I bet Marcos just says that on like Pornhub comments.
Yeah, I remember it very well. I'm just saying that you're not going on there saying, wow, lady, I love your work, great angles, great makeup today. You're going on there and saying solid. Who do you think that's going to make feel good?
Yeah.
So you laugh.
It makes me feel good. Okay.
Why?
I'm
to hurt them?
contributing. I'm contributing that this was excellent. This was good work.
Wow.
the stripper don't like you, Marco.
CW Gordon. How are we spelling Animoto? No
176 videos watched.
Ay, dude. I can't, oh my God. I have douche chills right now. I gotta get the fuck away right now, man.
Holy shit.
Andres says, just looked. Some weird stuff here, man. Oh my God. Wait, can you see his history? Oh no, Marco, dude, what have you done?
There's so much there, dude. There's so
what
much
have
there.
you done?
For the lulls.
Oh my God. And look at this. Adrian Montanez came here for some wholesome vibes. I'm glad I was able to spend the first Saturday of the year hanging out with all of you. Have a safe Saturday. This is unsafe. This is unsafe.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Izzy. Yeah, CW Gordon says rookie numbers. Izzy said gotta pump those numbers up, Mr. Cojones Animoto.
Oh my God. Harris said I will look it up and add him as a buddy there. Buddy.
Oh no. Sean Harris wasn't the guy with the doll, was he?
No.
No.
Okay, so Harris just said he wants Marco to be his beat off buddy. That's what I've learned now.
Jesus Christ.
That's disturbing.
That's
just two buds.
Just two dudes.
Hey, that's what they did in ancient Greece.
That's right.
I don't know how to.
They also had communal toilets and ass sponges. So maybe not the best place to.
Go ahead.
No. I was gonna say I haven't been liking videos. I've just been commenting.
Only showing half support.
That's right.
True.
Fan. Yeah.
Izzy with the 2-spot. Hasbro Hub, of course, the retired MLP streaming.
Wow. You guys don't want to know some of these achievements I've had.
Oh, I looked at them.
Oh, you can see them?
I can see them, yeah.
Nice.
I see you got 7 years on the account.
7 years on the hub.
Which, rookie numbers.
And you know what? That's a separate revelation. Hold on. Let me write that down before I forget.
Please, this better be like your bit burner. Like I had a bit FetLife account because I thought it was funny. Where I think I was like Boba Fetish. Where like nice. My fetish was that I can only get off if I wear my Boba Fett mask.
Oh my God.
But then I realized that is a subset of kink, or people who only do it in Star Wars cosplay. And then I started feeling bad because what I thought was a bit was someone's reality. So I don't use it anymore.
I don't really even know what to say right now. There are a lot of things coming to light that I find disturbing. By the way, can we see Marco's favorites? Because that's interesting.
No,
I don't think
it's
I.
not showing on there yet. He's not liking them.
Eh,
He's not making favorites.
Yeah, I'm just commenting.
So what the? Oh God, I want to see. This is the problem with me. Like I want to know everything. I want
There's
to
some things
interview
you
you
don't
now.
need to know, Sean.
But like, so what do? You just go on and just whatever random shit that's
He's
just
not
like
even participating. He's just reviewing.
you
Just
don't have a
reviewing.
bank.
Just reviewing, dude. Just reviewing.
You don't.
There's.
You don't have a spank bank.
No, he's
I-
got it's all manual. He's got an Excel spreadsheet.
Imagine.
They're all linked.
Yeah, there's hyperlinks.
Oh no, Andre says, "What's FetLife?"
Okay, well,
That's a
you can
bridge
experience
too
that
far.
one for yourself.
Yeah, bro, you're gonna have to look that up.
Yeah.
Aaron Ruiz, not into that cosplay king, Sean. We're not here to talk about me, bro. We're here to talk about Marco. And actually, I don't even necessarily want to talk about Marco anymore.
I'm good.
Because this is
I'm removing Revelation from the wheel. We've
Hayden's
gone
Hideout
too far.
wants to know your top tags, Marco.
Oh no,
No,
Hayden,
do I-
Hayden, no, King Gooner in the chat. It was like a bad signal hearing about this.
Harris says, believe it or not, there is a hub section that is non-explicit videos.
There is. Yeah, there is.
What the fuck? Educational shit? Like how to knit a sweater, how to
It's like,
Like-
oh, you mean you're important. You mean something. It's just all verbal affirmations.
Yo, Harris, I see you.
No, stop. Okay, Sean, we're going to the goat game.
Alright.
We're going to the goat
Oh my
game.
god, dude.
We're going to the goat game.
We have to end this. This is getting bizarre. Like you guys are becoming beat off buddies, and I don't co-sign that.
What does this show become?
Hub Homies podcast coming 2020.
Actually, that has a good ring to it. I will say that. I almost did the Krusty Sock podcast,
Oh, no.
but that was shot down by me, and then somebody took it. So again,
Oh,
I
okay.
fumbled.
There you go.
Aaron said, in fairness, there's more Harley Quinn content on there than DC Infinite. That's all right, guys. We gotta wrap this shit up because we're getting a little too crazy on here. This is bugged out.
Let's do that goat game, Sean.
Run it.
We should have been on the hub a while, bro.
Nope.
Get
The
good
fuck do you
numbers on that.
mean?
Get good numbers on that.
Oh, I see.
No.
I
Podcast,
see.
the podcast.
This podcast?
Yeah.
No. Unbelievable.
All right, who's going to do the goat game?
Oh no. Hands are up. Hands are up.
Too bad. It's you and me, Marco.
Fuck.
Fun.
Sean
me.
is free.
Get this poll.
Get this poll.
Let me get
After
this poll.
everything you said, bro,
Jesus
after
Christ.
every fucking word that has come out of your mouth, you want to talk about, let me get this poll?
Let me get this poll up. No, wait.
Let me get this poll up.
Wait.
Marco,
Well,
cut it out.
Out
now.
of all the characters that could come up after this, why not the one that wanted sex to happen in Krakoa? Let's talk about Nightcrawler.
Oh, that's great. Wow. Holy crap. You guys got
Nightcrawler?
a good one.
Yeah, we got Nightcrawler, Marco.
Okay, hold on.
What was going first? What you mean, hold on?
I'm typing the poll up.
He's spelling it on Google. Is that Nite or Night?
Convinced you that crawler. Damn it.
It's great.
Podcast on the hub, imagine.
All right. I'll go first. Oh, I
Go-
said
sure.
ninth crawler. Hold on a second. I can't fucking spell.
It's fine. You ready? You were on that app. You got a little excited there. Your cortisone levels a
about
little too high right
polls.
now.
Finally,
Made me
one I
throw
know.
my phone.
Finally, one I know. His name.
Bare minimum.
All right. I'll start when you start.
Ready? Here we go. Kurt Wagner, otherwise known as Nightcrawler, is not only the best X-Men, but he's the GOAT of all comics. Now, reason being power set, okay? Fire and brimstone brought to life with his blue furry body. It not only makes sense thematically, but it also is one of the best powers overall visually, as well as the best way you could do something interesting with X-Men powers in general. He has a storied history as part of the team, his solo series as a pirate, that in and of itself is extraordinary. And then being the son of oh my god, I blanked on her name. Fuck. Mystique.
I love how throughout all of this, Marco didn't mention teleportation.
Oh, I didn't. I just
You
said
didn't
his
say
power.
Bev.
you said his powers are fire and brimstone.
Oh my god, I can't today. Marco, what is happening? Nightcrawler, that's the biggest fucking gimme of all time.
Fumbled.
Oh no.
Dude said
Oh
Hellfire and
no!
Brimstone.
New Mad Age icon.
Let me see this shit.
It's just Marco wearing a Pornhub shirt.
We need to get that for Marco, dude.
They have merch. I
I
thought about it.
know.
I thought about it.
Let's
need
say
that.
I can make a Comics Pals one.
In the same
Oh.
style, comics. Yeah.
We got two words in our title. Well,
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, let me go.
Oh, okay. Yep.
You think I just win by default? I don't even got to say anything.
I do think so, but you know.
I am winning it by 83%. Let's see
You
how
can't put the poll up before the fucking pitches have been made.
He was so unsure of himself.
When you're ready.
Kurt Wagner is the greatest of all time. He is the real heart of the X-Men since his inception with Giant Size X-Men. He has shown to be the real guiding point for the morals of the X-Men with his religious background, but is also his ability to question things. He questions leadership. He questions faith. He questions Krakoa during the Krakoa period. And I think it really gives a good idea of, just being able to have different perspectives in the X-Men. His ability of teleportation that gives him the iconic BAMF sound effect is also just iconic comic booking. Outside of a Thwip or a Snikt, it's probably the big three. And I think that's why Kurt Wagner Nightcrawler is the greatest of all time.
I just want to say, I think chat carried most of that. I saw Tyler's eyes
No, they were clearly in the camera.
looking over.
That's hilarious. First of all, Tyler doesn't need chat's help to sell Nightcrawler.
I didn't even get to mention he's the best character in the arcade game.
I don't even know what to say to you anymore, Marco.
31%, guys. Come on, what are we doing? What are we
You
doing?
expect? You didn't say teleport. You didn't say BAMF.
Wow. Terex says, when Tyler speaks, all I hear is facts. Thank you. But for me, Marco's gumption wins.
Stop it.
That's it. He said that Riz.
Super
need
Job
to
said,
know
I
that.
think Marco did a solid job. The
Solid.
fuck?
Solid.
Hell no.
Aaron said, I voted for Marco because Tyler didn't even mention fire and brimstone. Holy shit.
Unreal, dude. Oh my god. I feel like we don't even need a poll for this, but we'll let it run for a few more minutes. Reminder to get your nomination in for the all new, all different Marvel era book club. Any book that released from Marvel in that time period is valid. So make sure you guys get your nominations in on the poll, the post tab on our YouTube channel, the Patreon for free, or on the Discord, which you should all be on because it's a lot of fun over there. If you guys have fun during the show, if you think we have a ball, hang out on our Discord server. I think at 2 p.m. they're going to do Post Pals. Post Pals is a Discord conversation between our listeners that we may or may not be a part of. I pop in every now and then, don't really talk a lot, but I do like to listen to you guys, and it's a lot of fun. So come hang out with us over there for that. Let's end this poll because it is a landslide. Tyler wins 76%.
Tyler.
Fatality.
Wins.
Damn.
Toasty.
3-1. That's crazy.
Super Job. Yes, it is one nomination per person. I feel like I say this every time. Some of you don't understand what the number one means.
Yeah. When that happens, you just pick the first one, right?
Yeah. 57 nominations. I'm only taking the first one. So don't waste your time.
57 noms and somehow 10 names.
Yeah, I've seen a large variety as well, Hayden. We're gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much. Today has been an amazing day, banner day for us. Thank you for showing up for the first episode of the new year. You guys rocked it. We will be back with you live Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern for Pals Pulls. Monday, we'll be posting Pals previews so you guys can know what we're going to talk about on Thursday. And then before you know it, it's Saturday again, and we are right back here. Until then,
You signed off with the rest of the pals?
thank you. Gotta shout out the rest of the lovely people who make this show possible. Really quick, Amin, the Almighty Perez, Houston, the Century Kid, Murphy, Peter, Living Lightning. Oh no, you're in a higher tier now, brother. Young Dende, Faith Fighter Dewooty, Shalom, Paladin Warburg. You're also in a higher tier now, brother. Cosmic November, Carter, the Owl Shogunate, Steve, Swarm Canaris, Scripture, Wardens of the Word, Jack of Some Trades, Cloutier, Chris, the Cure Coleman, Emperor MD Johnny, Joel Justice, Mad Max Pliskin. This list is getting long and exhausting. Ghost Trick, thank you so much, Ghost Trick. Jack Grimmy. And if I didn't say your name before, Just Unseen. Thank
Hey.
you all so much. You guys are incredible. We will see you next